Good morning, everybody. How you doing this morning? Hope that you're doing well. I thought that we would do a little bit of mining testing today for 318, so welcome aboard. I hope that everybody's having a great Saturday. It is a grayish kind of Saturday, northern Michigan. Not warm. It's probably 25 degrees. Hey, Nate, the peanut butter box is here. I love it. Hey, Daniel, how are you, man? Nice to see you. How have you been? Nice to see you guys for sure. I'm doing really good, you guys. Really looking forward to doing some testing today. Hey, Clive, how you been, man? Nice to see you. Good morning. Spoon might be able to stand up in it, so that's not a bad thing though to kick off the day. Raphael, welcome to the channel. How are you this morning? Nice to see you. Good morning to you. Hey, Chris. Good morning. How you doing, sir? I'm still thinking about you when you're gonna get to play sometime soon, Chris. That's gonna be awesome. Sometime we'll do some mining together. Hey, George. Welcome to the channel. Good morning. How are you this morning, sir? Nice to see you. So, as you guys know, on my prospector, what I have been running with lately, and the reason I've been running with it lately is because it's the only thing that works, is two aUEC C3s and Reger C3s. The passive modules were working. I've been told now the active modules are working. So that's why we started the stream here, is I was going to purchase some brands. Just a quick buy on a brand, quick buy on a brand. And then I'll probably get an FLTR-XL too. And we'll quick buy on that guy. And here's what we'll do. I'm going to swap these out, because I do want to test these. It's really important to me that these, these modules work. And if they don't, we want to make sure that we keep reporting it, because we don't want to launch without our trusty brands and our FLTR-XL. Yeah. Good mornings all around. Great to be able to catch up. Yeah, it's awesome, Clive. Can't wait to mine with you then. 318. Yes, it's going to be awesome. Hammer Berlin, how you doing, Hammer? Nice to see you this morning. How you been? Oh, it's nice to see all of you this morning for sure. Oh, hey, I'm noticing a little bit thirsty there, so why don't I... Hold on. Take off this helmet. And I will grab a Lux before we head out. Hey, Alex, nice to see you. How you been, sir? Hope you're doing well. We're gonna go test out the. They say that the active modules, like the brands, the one that have charges, are now working in PTU. So we're gonna go test those for sure and have a little fun today. And who knows what else we'll get into. I do want to test the brands first of all. Maybe, depending on how froggy we're feeling a little later, maybe I'll kit the mole out and take that, maybe do a little solo moling. I don't know. I've thought about it a little bit anyways. Not saying that we're going to, but it's on my mind. But going out and testing the brands is definitely important to me. Any guess on when 318 will go live in the PU? Boy, Clive, that's a good question. My best guess would be, I think sometime around... I would think that, if not at the end of this next week, by the end of this next week, I have a feeling they're gonna have the open PTU. So I would say after they go with the open PTU, so my guess is somewhere around like the 3rd or something, they're gonna go with the open PTU, and then they'll have a couple weeks of that. So just waiting that good old 3. I know, we're all waiting for it. Oh, Fox Vlogs, welcome to the channel this morning. How you doing, Fox? Man, I really need to thank you for showing me how to find the Halo. I've been doing tons of salvage out there. Looking forward to doing mining there. Also would love a breakdown of more active scanning maybe. Yeah, we're going to definitely talk about some active scanning in the Air and Halo here in just a couple of minutes. My bet, first, second week of February. I think you're right on. That's about where I'm at too, Alex. Second week of Feb. Try not to blow your ship up this round. I'm going to try, Chris. That's for sure. So, all right, we're going to grab the prospector. We're going to head out to the Air and Halo. We're going to look for something to mine. And then we're going to use the branch on it just to see if they are working and can confirm that they're working. Tripper Dad, how you been, Trip? Nice to see you, man. Trip says, good morning. I'm about to troubleshoot the dual thrustmasters I have compared to 317, 318 because the 8-way hats don't seem to be working on 318. Wow, that's interesting. And definitely something that you probably would want to check the issue console for, Tripper. I mean, I know when hardware, things like that aren't working, that's something to be concerned about. I'm excited. Oh, by the way, you guys, for some reason, my prospector looks like it's been shot up. I don't know why. It won't let me repair it, so it does have a little battle damage on it. Hey, Jazzy Cat, nice to see you. How you been? Yeah, Trip, I would definitely test that heavy and get that into the issue console if it's not, because that's not something you're going to, especially if, I mean, I can't imagine not being able to use my 8-way hat. So, you know, that's an important piece of kit for your, you know, so yeah, I think you definitely want to do the right thing there and bomb the issue console with that once your testing is complete. Jazzy, how you been? Nice to see you this morning, for sure. Already 8 likes, too, you guys. Thank you so much. It's awesome. All right, so we are going to head over to the Air and Halo and test today. That's we're really kind of testing the mining stuff. Fox says, you know, he's enjoying the content. Really found it recently. Been showing the org mates as well as salvage and mine. I really appreciate it, Fox. Like, you know, pretty straightforward. I don't kind of wrap it in a whole lot of you know, a lot of editing. You know, things are, you know, I like to do things just kind of how anybody would kind of do them. You know, so I really appreciate that, and showing people how to mine in Star Citizen is one of my favorite things to do on Earth, for sure. I love the gameplay. I can do ping. Absolutely, I can't do the ping angle control ATM. With the mining laser out, you can't. You know, that's one of the things that has changed. But it all is self-contained inside. All of our scan mechanics now are inside the, like, using scanning mode in V mode. Is there a bug with the Vulture where you enter and leave the seat and it puts you outside the ship still present? I only had that a couple of times, Alex, like a couple patches ago, where like I'd go to get out of the seat and I'd go out the door, if that's what you mean. But it stopped. Like I had it for a couple of patches, it would do that, and then I was scared that it would do it, but it never did it anymore. Every time I got out of the seat, it always just turned straight around. Just straight to the point and good energy. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's what I mean, Fox. I just try and just kind of show people just kind of the dirt under your fingernails, just how it's done kind of thing. And it's important to me to just kind of, you know, to drink my own Kool-Aid. I kind of do things how I show, you know, how I show people. How I show you is how I do it. There's no secrets. I mean, occasionally there's a honey hole or something that you find or whatever, but outside of that, there's no secret. So that's miner's prerogative, right? So, and for the most part, I show you all the good spots too that I know about. All right, so 33.6, we're gonna drop out of the Quantum here, and that's gonna put us in the Air and Halo. So we're gonna get focused. Tripper dances. I'll double check that. Thanks for the tip. It might be a PEBCAC. Yeah, I know exactly what PEBCAC is. When I used to work at Symantec, we used to joke about a PEBCAC virus. I know what that is, Trip. That's awesome. I haven't heard that in a hot minute. That's really funny. All right, 33.8, 7, 6. Boom. There we go. All right, we're in the Halo there. You guys know the drill. First thing I do if we're going to be doing Air and Halo mining, when I come out of Quantum, is I just go ahead and set the forest station that I'm going to be returning to as my quantum marker. And I use that quantum marker just to kind of keep me honest so I don't kind of retread over the same ground. Then I check my velocity. But from here on out, it's a little different, right? Instead of getting the mining laser out, you're getting out your V scan. You're just hitting V to scan. Then you're going to rotate to like a 180 and just go ahead and get yourself some opportunity markers. And from there, you're going to collapse the angle down and get the RS signatures. That's 1700's a single rock. So we know that's a single rock. There's 1700. That's a single rock. 1700's a single rock. Now, I'm not necessarily not going to approach single rocks, but I'm not going to prioritize them at the beginning. 5100 is 3 rocks, and 3 rocks is never Quantanium. If it's a flat 2000 or 6000 or something, that's gonna be your salvage, right? So that's really the trick here. So you just rinse and repeat back to a 180 scan, get some opportunity markers, prioritize the ones you haven't looked at already. You do have to be within a certain range. That's a single rock at 1700. That's a 1700's a single rock. And 1700's a single rock. We're going to keep on moving. And so that's kind of where we're at. Now, I'm going to, as we move forward, I'm going to kind of bounce between a 90-degree scan, because that's going to kind of cone it out in front of you, and then a 180 scan. All right, so that's a 1700. That's just a single rock. There's 3400. Now, that's 2 rocks. Now, I'm going to send out an additional ping. And notice I get the diamond icons. Now I'm going to hover my mouse over and do a long scan on them. And you're going to see I get the type, right? It's a P type. So I know I'm not going to approach that rock. That's when the servers are snappy and happy, it works really well. You know, when the servers are kind of getting on edge or grumpy, it doesn't work as good. But you can very quickly kind of discern whether or not you want to approach that thing or not. 5100's 3 rocks. That's never Quantanium. 10,000 is going to be 5 pieces. And this is the number I'm talking about over here, our signature value. 10,000 is going to be 5 pieces of salvage. We don't want that. There's a huge bit of salvage over there. It looks like there's going to be, you know, between 10 and, 5 and 10 pieces of salvage over that way. And just to show you what I'm talking about, if you look here, I'll send out this ping again. There is a lot of salvage over this way. You can see it right there. Looks like when the diamond icons popped up there, 3, 6, 8, 9 pieces there. So, and I'll fly through this just to show you guys. But this is absolutely salvage. And the reason you know it's salvage is because it was a flat rate, right? It was 10,000. So, you know, easy peasy, easy pickings. Right now, the Aaron Halo is going to be easy pickings. And I'll tell you what, those little pieces right there of salvage. Hey, Darkside, nice to see you, brother. Those little pieces of salvage, they actually are very fast at collecting. Very, very, very fast at collecting. These are P types here. This is just the 3 rocks. I happen to be flying by them. That's why I pulled the mine laser out. So yeah, I mean, when you find those individual pieces of salvage, they actually fill your vulture very quickly. Like they're worth it. It's not like you need to prioritize a derelict ship. I would actually quite the opposite. I would prioritize those loose pieces of salvage because they salvage so quickly. Anyways, back to the front here. 180 scan, kind of collapsed my angle. What do we got there? There's our signature value looked like it was a 1700. Okay. And we're looking up here. This is probably going to be some 1700 there. 6800 there. Now that's going to be 4 rocks. So let's go ahead and send in a ping. And then I'm going to go ahead and hold the signature. These are going to be unscannable rocks. Now, why do I know that? Look how fast at the top of the UI you see scanning. It just goes really quick and it won't give me any scan results. So I know those are unscannable rocks. I'm not even going to waste my time with them. Let's keep on moving. Awesome. All right, got some more opportunity markers there. 68 hundo. Ah, it's getting a slow scan there. There's an M type. See that? M type. So we know we're not going to approach those. Very upset that I've not purchased the Vulture when available. Can only hope SIG puts it back for sale soon. Dark, there's no way in my mind that they're not going to sell that thing right when 318 drops. There's no way. I just have a feeling that they're going to have to do that. And I mean that with all due respect. I mean, they can't. It's the best starting ship in the game right now. And I mean, that's kind of not even really in a way, almost not even an argument. There's not very many ships that you can climb into, like literally in your jumpsuit and your helmet, and climb into, and then 40 minutes later, be sitting on 95 grand. You know what I mean? It's the best starting ship in the game. in my opinion. So I just have a feeling. I mean, I could be wrong, but I have a feeling as soon as 318 goes live, there's going to be a vulture sale. My suggestion would be if it's in your budget to pick it up. The Prospector and the Vulture are two ships that I definitely think are worth the actual price that you pay for them, because they print in-game money. All right, you guys. We're going to keep it on here. And what we're looking for, obviously, some Quantanium to mine. 6,800 is going to be 4 rocks. Let's go ahead and send. All right, that's pretty tight formation on those guys. But I'm not getting any scan back. So we're going to approach these. I'm going to do a 90. We're going to look to see if these guys are Quantanium. And we might do an EVA to see if we can keep them honest. Do you think that Vulture will be one of the ships that's always on sale? I don't know if it'll be always on sale. Hey, Grift, how are you, man? Nice to see you. I seen you got your coffee, and I missed you there. I don't know that it will always be on sale. I just happen to know it's really in like its probably best position it's ever going to be in a way, because it's such an interesting, it's in such good. I mean, you can climb on that thing, fly out to salvage, make yourself a tool and a tractor beam attachment. The thing's just in a great position. I mean, and then immediately just make money and take it and sell it, back and forth. If you start out with the Vulture that same day, you could have, be sitting on 6, 7, 800,000 easy. All right, there's a lot going on over here. What's going? So there was just kind of a heavy amount. I'm just trying to hold on. Let me see if I can. That's not Quantanium. Oh, okay, I was curious about that. We're going to keep on. All right, what do we got there? 3,400. Ooh, that's probably a good sign. We're not getting into the scan, though. Let me approach these. These are pretty tightly wound. I'd be surprised if this isn't Quantanium here. Just based on the fact that it was so, they're so close to each other. So we're going to kind of approach these. We're probably going to do the EVA on them. I have a feeling that it is Quantanium. So that's Quantanium for sure. Let's do the EVA trick and see if that turns those into scannable rocks. Because I don't... Oh, they are. They're scannable now. I was going to say, I didn't know if they didn't look like they were acting scannable, but I pulled the laser out and they definitely were. PTU treating miners well this morning. PU was laggy mess last night. Was trying to play a PowerPoint presentation. It's not being too bad. I got on a server that didn't have a ton of people on it to begin with. So let's see where we're at now. So, see, 17 of 19. So somehow I got on this server that doesn't have a ton of people, which I'm very grateful for. Now notice I'm not getting any scan results here. Here's a little trick that I've learned with this is you just want to shoot the rock one time. Boom. I didn't have the EVA trick, Shane. What the EVA trick does is, and you can see how after I shot the rocks they become scannable, like they'll give me their scan results. So it's kind of a weird thing. You do have to sometimes shoot the rocks. The EVA trick, Shane. Welcome to the channel, by the way, Shane. Not a name I recognize. Happy to have you aboard this morning. What we do is if you approach Quantanium rocks and they're unscannable, you don't want to you want to keep them out somewhere between 800 and 1,200 away. And then you actually stop your ship. You can actually EVA out of your ship. Wait till it says that you've left the ship. Get back in your ship. And there's some percentage of time when you climb back into your seat and turn on your mining laser that it will make unscannable rocks scannable rocks. So this is a nice rock, you guys. We found a really nice, this is a 40-40. So if we take a look here, what do I mean by that? It's actually a 50-40, but this is way over, if this breaks clean, this could definitely be a unicorn here. So this is a great rock, and we're going to go ahead and mine this one for sure. This is a great rock. So I need to put my guns back on my Prospector. You do, Tripper, I normally didn't run with my guns on my Prospector, But right now it's waking up the rocks. And Shane, if you look on my channel, Shane, not to shamelessly plug, but I do have some older videos that talk about the EVA, like, using the EVA trick to do that. So check that out for sure. On Tuesday, I took a new miner out to the Halo, showed him the EVA trick and more. All to you though. Yeah, and I get that for sure, Grift. I'm really looking forward to them getting 318 into the into the regular system. Good opportunity to take a big swig of coffee here. So we're gonna break this guy up. I'm gonna definitely use the brands. Always plug your old vids. Yeah, I have lots of old videos on Quantanium mining specifically. I mean, tons and tons and tons of them. And a lot of them are still applicable. I mean, for the most part. Very, very, very cool. And when they're up around the 5,000 mass or the 5122, 4931s, it does take a moment for it to get up into the green. But they always will. There's no, at least as they exist now in the Iron Halo, there's no rocks that you can't break with a Lancet. Didn't take too long to find this nice 41%er. Is beautiful. Normally we'd agitate a little bit. I still haven't, the one thing I still haven't figured out is that we used to be able to hit G and then loosen up our mining laser head, but that's not working right now. I still have to figure that one out. All right, we're starting to slip up into the green now. Curious as to all the mining changes they're hinting at that is coming. Boy, Tripper, you are absolutely right. They seem like they're on a big rework for mining. Hey, Ramoyne, good morning. How are you, sir? They do. They sound like they're on a big rework. And I think they hinted at that at first when they talked about making the mole like equivalent to 4 prospectors. It's a difficult thing to say exactly what they're gonna do there. All right, that's gonna be a good break. All right, so this is a 41%er, so a lot of these should be pretty clean. That's not gonna have anything in it. Doesn't look like this piece is going to have anything in it. 6%. Okay. Really only new stuff I know about is... Well, they really have been hinting at, like in the last... oh, that's a 62%, or maybe this didn't break up as clean as I thought it was going to. We'll see. Wow. I would have thought as a 41%er that she'd have broke pretty clean. But she didn't at all. It broke like a... It's a good thing I got the brands. This thing broke yucky. Now there's 24 SCU though of pretty good stuff there. So how can you tell ahead of time how much is in a broken rock? That's a really good... So, the way that it works, Daniel, is it's double the mass. So, for instance, if a rock weighs 4,000 mass, right? It's a 4,000 mass rock, and it's 40%. So there's 400 mass. It's 400 mass for every 1,000. So 400 for the first 1,000, 400 for the second 1,000 is 800 mass. 4,000 for the third, or 400 for the third thousand is 1,200 mass. 4,000 for the fourth is 1,600 mass. 1,600 mass of Quantanium is 32 SCU. So I hope that helps explain that a little bit. But yeah, I mean that's the way that it works. It's so if you have you take your percentage of, like, let's say you have a 3,000 pound rock at 25%. So that's 250. So 250, 500, 750. 750 mass is 15 SCU of Quantanium. I hope that helps explain that. Ramon says, what do they hint at? What delivers two different things? Yeah, that's a very good point. Very disappointed with ISC announcement about PES and cargo. What, Griff, tell me what you're disappointed about. Let's talk about it. The mole needs some love to make it better than have multiple prospect or something like longer Quantanium. I agree 100%, Nate. I mean, it's got to have something to differentiate itself for sure. All right, so we're going to start breaking these down. I'm going to be using the brands if they work. And so, not on a 1.74 instability probably, though, but we'll see. Now, one thing that's really different, you guys, is look, if I have, I have like 0% on and it's cooking the rock. Like just having power in that, look, just a 0% is putting power into this rock. I'm going to let it cook out of there for just a sec. But at 0%, and it only happens when it's in the green that way. It's so weird. It's like a new thing you have to be really careful with the power management. Because look, I'm at 0% and it's like trying to climb out of there. So it's something you guys are gonna, they're doing something with the mining laser power. And so you've got to be really careful with these really little guys. Because even a 2% makes it seem like it wants to run away. So broke it clean, but hey, Vish, how are you doing this morning? Nice to see you. That's a great info, but I was actually asking about your comment that won't have anything in it before this game completes. Oh, thanks for clearing that up, Daniel. So I know that's not going to have anything in it because if you look at how wide look how big the optimal window is. Look how, when you first get, if it's a big, fat, giant optimal window, you just know it's going to be, it's not going to have anything in it. So, if you look at that optimal window, that's Garbola. But if you look at this optimal window, look how, see how, thin that is? You know that has Quantanium in it when they're a little thinner like that. So it's kind of, that's where that comes from. All right, what do we have for instability here? 1.34. Vish, how you doing? So if they go soft, new scanning already makes mole more unstable. So if you go soft death and say a C2 with a full load of cargo, a large portion of the cargo now despawns. Really? Like they're not allowing the full cargo? Why would they do that? I guess I hadn't heard that. I thought all the cargo... Oh, what's going on there? Was I backing up? I didn't think I was. Hey, Astro! Nice to see you. Good morning. I did not know that, Griff, that they had changed that. Is ship bed login still disabled? I don't know if it is. Log out, I should say. Was it in the PTU, Vish? Was it disabled for a hot minute? I definitely did not know that if it was. So you can see, I'm just at 3% here, 5%, and this is a 923 mass rock. So the lasers just seem to have a little more power in them or something right now. I can't quite, not exactly sure. It is behaving slightly differently. 2%, I'd never hold. 2% would never hold in the green on a 923 mass in the past. So it's not a big deal. It's just something I do want to draw your guys' attention to. Part of the cleanup for the servers. Yeah, 318 has been for a while for at least the reclaimer. Oh, interesting. So, oh, maybe they're thinking, maybe that's what's causing a lot of the 30Ks when they get tons and tons of boxes in one spot. Like, kind of dealing with those assets is causing too much resource, kind of requirements. The I/O, like the writes and reads, can get kind of very skewed in the cloud if there's tons and tons of assets to manage. So I wonder if that's what they're hitting is kind of a throughput issue when they're trying to stream that many entities. Which has always really been my question in my mind is like, what the heck, man? All right, so I haven't fired the brand yet. Hey, they do work. I've been meaning to do that actually, is fire these brands, and I hadn't. All right, let's go ahead and let me break this guy down, because get as much brand going as I can here, right? All right, I'll hurry up. I'll push it up in the green, and then I'll drop it. Yeah, now I mean, even at 7, this is a 1200 mass rock. 5% or 7% would have never held us in the green before. It's an interesting. There definitely has been a little bit of a shift, and I don't know how exactly that translates, but it's something I'm going to probably need to look at. I wonder if we can break a little bit bigger mass rocks all of a sudden, just based on the way that the power looks. Maybe we'll head over to Lyria and monkey around. You're not being negative, dude. I mean, look, I understand. The one thing we always want to do is not get too married to the way things happen, though. I mean, because it's always going to get tweaked and changed. And even thinking about these huge mining changes that are coming, it'd be real easy to kind of get over my skis and be like, oh, I'm really bummed. And it's kind of a lesson I learned with master modes. Like, I myself got a little concerned about master modes not being able to get away and stuff. And it's not always healthy to kind of think of the worst part of it. I mean, the one thing I will say is with the C2 is even if you end up with 50% of that cargo, it's still a massive amount. I mean, it's not ideal. I understand what you're saying, but I definitely would try and keep it in perspective. Yeah, maybe there's some really hard rocks to break coming. They need to. Yeah, it makes me wonder, because if you look, I'm off. I'm 0%ed. And that thing is not falling out very fast. If I 2% this thing, it will shoot up. Like I'm doing something crazy. All right, so I'm just going to scan all these. We're going to scan them. And what's crazy is, unfortunately, watch, I'm going to have to do this. I have to shoot that rock in order to get the scan results to start. But they will as soon as I do it. So notice I shot the rock and it kind of primed the scanning mechanic. All right, that's a 47. We're obviously going to prioritize the hundos, and this did not break out clean at all. I'm pumped for master modes. I think industrial players will still be able to get away pretty easily. Well, I do too now, Grift. But at first, I really kind of got myself kind of sad. I was like, oh, we're not going to be able to get away. This isn't fair. And of course, there was a lot of really happy PvP players and that type of thing. But the point is later on, I realized that I don't get that worked up about things. It's not, be a little more Van Halen than Pink Floyd. Be kind of, it's better to just, there's 100% right there. That's awesome. It's better to be a little bit, happy-go-lucky or, that type of thing than it is to be too worried about the mechanics, because we're not seeing the end game. You know what I mean? We're not going to see how it is until it is. And then, hopefully we'll have enough where we can just kind of let them know. It's like, hey, all right, that's nothing. So I'm getting all my scans in here. I don't know if you guys can, before I'm starting here. I really hope SIG does make massive improvements in mining 3.18, because I've heard several people saying mining is being nerfed in favor of salvage. Oh, I can understand why people think that. I don't know that mining's been nerfed. It is true that I don't think we're going to find Quantanium in the air and Halo quite as quickly as we were able to before. But I don't know about nerfed. I mean, you can still go out and find a full 270,000 load of Quantanium fairly quickly. But it's definitely, I'm happy that there's another thing to do besides mining that's industrial based. So I'm just thrilled with that. They're even talking about some janitorial gameplay to clean up the servers. Yes, they are. And that's the one thing you'd think that salvage might be a good thing to accelerate, in the sense that they should get people, using the salvage, different types of salvage to do cleanup, because people would clean up the servers themselves if you give them the opportunity. All right, well, there's a few hundos in here, not a ton of them, but there's a few of them. Ooh, they're all down here too, it seems like, which is good. All right, we got several hundos. All right, we're extracting. There's 4 hundos to begin with down here. Be more Van Halen than less Pink Floyd. Avoid blue caps, V's wisdom. Yeah, that's the thing, Nate. I know. I'll tell you, it's not the greatest. I'm not. I don't know about that. Philosophies. I don't know. It is what it is. Looking forward to salvage as well. No, and listen, I think I like salvage, and I don't necessarily think that both things should be able to exist and exist in a good state. And that's all that all of us want anyways. So, I hope that that's the way that it works out. I truly do. All right, let's pick up the rest of these hundos. We're crossing 15 SCU right now. Ooh, 16 SCU. Almost 17. I think this is a hundo here. It was. Trying to stay on the low side of this. I want to be a janitor like Harrison Ford before Star Wars. Yeah, it worked out good for him. That's awesome. Well, the brands, you know what? It's good to know that the active modules work, you guys. Now, I will say, I've enjoyed salvage. I definitely have, and I do think salvage is in a really good place right now. But I don't think that like I said, I don't think it precludes. I think mining's okay still. Hollywood A-lister. Oh, that's so funny. All right, 26 SCU, 27 SCU, 28 SCU, ooh, 29 SCU, the good stuff. Look at that, you guys. I think there is one more hundo here somewhere, too. There it is. Will that get me to where I need to be? It did. Hey, there's a ding, 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 ding right there. That is a unicorn. All right, off we go. We'll take it. So that's 32 SCU with the good stuff right there. We'll see if we can kind of get this stuff landed and safe. It hasn't always been easy. I think what we'll do next, if you guys are agreeable to it, is we'll head over to Lyria, and I'll see if I can find a rock that's maybe north of 5,900. Like, find something around 6,200 and just see if the Lancet can break it. Because it seems there's something going on with the power on the lasers. And I can tell you that on secondary breaks, when a rock is 900, like a 923 mass or a 1260 mass or something along those lines, I should not be able to be at 1 or 2% laser power, and it holds the green. That's a pretty amazing. That's a pretty amazing thing. The other thing is I do have a couple of mining gadgets on board. So if we do find a little bit bigger rock, and I'll try it at first, and if it doesn't work, then I'll throw a gadget on there like a wave shift, and we'll see how those are working in 3.18 as well. So have a little fun with it. I think we're in a good place. I mean, I do. I think it's not perfect, and there still has to. I mean, until they get there's a couple of things that we know that we need so bad. Number one, we need to be able to set a quantum marker down and return to that spot. We shouldn't have to get boxes and that stuff to do it. To me, that's like one of the most fundamental, life-changing things that they could put in. It would be like exploration. Tier 0 would be create a, a marker. And it would be awesome if you could do that and, like, say, even if they specialize ships to create, like, markers, whatever, let the Terrapin do it. I'll buy a Terrapin and mark my, fly around and mark the things I want to mine. He was asked to help the actors read their lines. Oh, are we talking about Harrison Ford? He was sweeping the floors outside the room where they were practicing the lines. He was asked to help the actors. No way. I never knew that. That's hilarious. Wow. That's like, Chris, I don't know if you've ever kind of read the story of Clint Eastwood. Like in his younger days, how he ended up in the military and was like and ended up kind of having to, really wanted to go and fight, but ended up having to be a lifeguard. And he was this lifeguard for like a long, for, I don't know, a couple of summers or something at this base. And then eventually caught this plane and to fly home, and they crashed in the water. And that lifeguard training probably saved him. It's a great story. I don't want to spoil it, but like, I never knew that about Clint Eastwood. It's a crazy story about how he almost died, in a plane that went down. In a plane he wasn't supposed to be in.
Quantum travel complete.
All right, let's get this big old load of quant in. I'm going to... Gear and VTOL are already set. I'm going to go ahead and drop those.
Landing gear down.
And, I think we're in good shape. We don't have to come in. We're just going to come in at a reasonable clip here, about a little over 3.5. Now, it's always a big concern of whether or not you're going to get an elevator. That works. Elevators have been a little grumpy. But so far on this server, we've been pretty lucky. So we'll just kind of play it by ear and see how we do. Oh, Grift. That's awesome. All right, I just called for landing there. Trimmer back.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
All right, that's our destination right there. Can't wait for multi-crew mining and salvage. Yes, that's awesome. Just found a cluster of 8 quant unscannables and got a 30K. Emma, that's horrible. What? That's not good. Oh, boy. Look at the double slap. You could have tried the EVA trick. Can't wait for multi-crew. Yeah, I obviously the Reclaimer's multi-crew is great. If you put 4 people in a Reclaimer, and you guys go and find like a couple of 890s or whatever, you're going to clean up. I mean, there's, it's good, and it's fun. I think it's a fun gameplay loop. I wouldn't mind on the Reclaimer. I would be happy as the pilot. I would be happy as a mining or a scraping operator. I would be happy down in the cargo area. So that it's kind of cool. Like any one of those things, I'm sure I'll do that. Even though I'm not a Cubs fan, I'll be in Chicago this summer.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant
Better
stay.
see you. Yeah, that's awesome. All right, so we just heard first alarm, and that's not bad. That's normal. It's fun, like the guy from Van. Music on his stream. All right, out we go. Let's see if we can get an elevator. Cross our fingers. Yay! All right, we'll take it. All right, we'll go down and store this guy. We'll go throw this in the hopper. Then we're going to head over to Lyria, and we're going to monkey around a little bit. And Lyria, like I said, I'm going to look for slightly larger rocks than... I mean, we'll take what we get, but hopefully we find one around like 6,200 mass or something. Because I just want to put the laser on it and see if we can break it. See if there's been some kind of a shift in the mining power at all. Just a little bit. Boy, there's a Lux party there. I don't know if you guys seeing all these empties. Yeah, no, Grift is always teasing me about sounding like Vince Vaughn. It's funny. All right. Here we go. We're going to cruise on over here and throw this stuff up in the hopper.
Hey, back again, I see. Welcome. You see anything you like?
Right. $7 hours. I like it. Oh, wow, 7. I mean, it costs a lot up front, but 7 hours and you get almost all your yield. I'll confirm that. That's cool. All right, we'll take that. They're almost doing daily 318 updates now. I think, oh yeah, no, we're getting close, Vish, for sure. They are doing daily updates for sure. And I truly believe that by the end of next week they'll have gone to open PTU. I do believe that, and then it's just a question of whether or not it's going to be a week or two of open PTU, and it's probably going to be 2, because I think they're probably going to find when more people are on, you know, they'll have more opportunity for, you know, they're dealing with more assets and more of that type of thing, and so my best guess would be sometime next week, but no later than Friday or Saturday. I would be surprised if they weren't in open PTU by then. Just because it's been a wave one for a long time. But you know what? It's been hard. I mean, you know, it's not an easy thing to predict because they haven't been. They've been way off. Back in August, some YT channels in February or March live, I got smoked on it. I know. People did so. Hangar 1. All right, we're heading over to Lyria. Alex Crook, welcome to the channel. Alex, how you doing? Just joined. Did you get the rock on the surface or in the asteroid belt? I got one. That first one I did was in the Aaron Halo, Alex, for sure. And very, very nice rock. That was a full 32 SCU of Quantanium on that first run. Look at my prospector is looking so sketched out. I don't know why. It won't let me repair it. All right, so something I've noticed, and you probably obviously noticing it too now. Look, even though we've cleared out, we have no Quantanium. We've cleared everything out. You can see, though, we still have the alarm going up here. So when you have that, you just have to hit Alt-J with the mining laser out, and that just kind of does its thing. You can see it just kind of gets rid of everything. You can see I still have my brand FLTR-XL, so we're good there. The brands did fire, which are great. And we'll just go ahead and head over. I want to head over to Lyria now, just because I'm kind of curious about if we find a slightly bigger rock, like a 6200, if the Lancet might be able to crack it, just because of the way that the power's working on the lower end. It's a little bit of a for science type thing.
Launch sequence complete.
Gear up. Bring the VTOLs up. There we go. Out we go.
Landing gear up.
We'll spool and go. Not going to say who, but I pointed it out multiple times. Last 2 weeks, 2 channels say end of the week we'll get open. I respectfully disagree with them and retracted them now. Well, you know. Oh, heavens, you know.
Thank you. And please visit
You know, I mean, people should not get that worked up over things like that, Grift. That's for sure. Mole needs at least double laser power than the Prospector in 318. You know, Clive, I don't disagree. I wish there were just bigger rocks, too. I mean, I would love to see some, like, you know, some 14,300 mass rocks or 15,300 mass rocks, you know, or 17,000 mass rocks that just absolutely take all 3 of the lasers, you know, from You know, and you know what? Here's the thing, right? Like, let's say they just did Bexolite. They don't even have to do it in Quantanium. Just do it in Bexolite. I mean, I'm okay with getting, you know, like cracking a couple of huge Bexolite rocks and getting like, you know, 90 SCU of Bexolite too. I mean, it's not, you know, that's, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, you know, I'm okay with there being something different to mine. You know, for sure. But yeah, more power, bigger rocks. Yes, that anything that they can do to make the mole more attractive. I mean, we use it as a dedicated scooper for the most part. Make a repair tool from a reclaimer. Use it to repair your ship. I'm not feeling optimistic about 318 Live coming anytime soon. I was on the PTU doing Xenothreat early and it was okay, but Los, yeah, you're right, Astro. And that's the real question to me. Like, if, let's say, next week, so that's 1 week. Let's say at the end of the week, next Friday, they go to open PTU. That's 1 week. Then I do think it's going to be it's probably 2 weeks, really, from there. I mean, I think the soonest we would see it is probably mid-February to go live. But at this point, I think we all can agree. None of us want them to, at this point, we've waited so long. Don't hurry and put something out that's unstable. Don't hurry and do that. Just make it good. Make it at least really stable. And the things that you have in it, make sure that they work. I mean, that's, at this point, don't wait all this time, then put out something that's broke. I mean, seriously. Speaking of Big B, can show you how to use server. The server, oh, right, you want me to show you guys this stuff? This 4 boom. Is that what you're interested in? Yeah, Mole is a great ship, Astra. Mole is not, I wouldn't, the Prospector is my favorite ship, but I will say the Mole's the ship I've had the most fun in because you get a great crew in there and it's so much fun. I think the FPS is really going to toss a coin dependent on your system. I'm getting much better performance in 318 PTU than 317 Live. I'm getting 67, 68 FPS right now. And this is my older system. I'm not on my newer system right now. I had to send my 7900 XTX back in because it has one of those vapor chamber issues. So it's on RMA. Ooh, there's the orphanage. Let's hit there. It's one of my favorite haunts. Also, depending on how littered the server is. That's a great point, Vish. You know, I think that's one of the things they're talking about is like how all the extra assets that are, you know, they're just, you know, that they have to deal with are a thing. All right. So, a little bit different scanning in here in Lyria, but way cooler in one capacity. So, we're going to obviously go into VScan, right? And we're just going to do we're going to find the sun. I'm going to fly towards the sun, generally speaking. I'm going to get down below the clouds. And then we're just going to send out our 180 ping, boom, out in front of us, right? And then it's just a question of RS signature value. Anything that's 3,400 is doublers, and that always means Quantanium. So everything we've seen so far is single rock, 1,700. All right, so we'll just kind of rinse and repeat. So it's all based on RS signature value here. It's so cool. It's simple. There's a 1,700. I know that's a single rock. There's a 1,240. 1,240 is going to be gems, and it's going to be 2 gems. 620 is the RS signature value for a single gem. So 1,240 is going to be 2 gems. That's how fast you can locate resources now on here. That's a 1,700. And that's a 1,700. So we just keep on trucking. There's a 3,400 right out in front of me. So I know that 3,400 right out in front of me that's going to be 2 rocks, and 2 rocks is always Quantanium. So that's, you know, Lyria right now, obviously, it's not going to be great because it's going to be really, really hunted, but it's very fast to locate Quantanium for sure. I mean, it's very fast. So I located these 2. Now that doesn't mean there's anything here to mine. Yeah, it's, you know, this is gonna be a hunting ground for sure. All right, so I really do like this. I agree with you 100%, Astro, and the fact that it works for the mole, that they've switched everything and got it into the scan mode, so the mole can do it, is huge. So same kind of gig here, you guys. If you look, I've got my mining laser out. I'm not getting any scan results at all, right? So what do? We shoot. Boom, shoot M. Notice that primes the scanning. It gets you your results. This is not going to be a great rock. That is a pretty good. Look at that mass though, 8390. Holy crap, that's a big boy. What about this Kit Kat? 5790. You know what? I'm just going to put my laser on this 5790 and see how quick I build heat into it, because that's way up on the top of the range. Now, I understand there's not a ton of resistance, but I'm just curious, like, if I can build heat into this thing. It's just a curiosity of mine. Like, how quickly I can build heat into this thing. Not very quick. Fish says that at Grift, people won't be approaching random rocks to scan unless you will target quant rocks from far away, and target those much easier. The pirates can find you. Yeah, I mean, as much as I want to mine on Lyria, probably the first at least 2 weeks after, maybe even 3 weeks after 318 goes live, I probably, unless it's a group, like a group style play, I probably won't be, you know, won't be doing too much Lyria. True. I usually find miners because of their EM sigs. Yeah, I can imagine that. Or if they're doing, Dark Side of the Moon, you know, style mining too, you know, that's another, you know, issue. Because if you're in the dark side of the moon, yeah, I'm building energy quicker than I would have thought I could, for sure.
Fracturing mode on. Mining mode off.
All right,
Mining mode on.
all right, let's go find something to mine here. We're gonna go back into V-scan. Get some opportunity markers out there. What do we have here? That's a 1700. That's a single rock. 1700 is a single rock. The nice thing is now you can have your people come out here and just do scanning for you too. I mean, you know, people can just zoom scan, you know, just fly over really fast and then, you know, if whenever you get a good RS signature value, you know that you're golden. Keep on a truck in here. Dark Side of the Moon. Yeah, like if you mine at night, like in the dark side of the moon or the planet, you can be seen visually from like a ridiculous, like from orbit. Ah, yeah, that's awesome. It's all added in gameplay loot. Miners can hire security. Yes, exactly. You know, like if I wanted to do something on the air in Halo, I would definitely, or pardon me, if I wanted to do something on Lyria, you know, it would definitely be bring the group, type of thing. You know, you're gonna have to have your security apparatus for sure. All right, there's a 1700. There's a 3400 right there. Now, those may not be, that actually may not be, they're kind of not, they're not right next to each other. So this is the one time you can get kind of a false positive. Because I can see where they're at, and they're not really close to each other up here. So this is the one time, even though it was a 3400, it's a bit of a false positive because they just were kind of in a line with each other. See, here's the first one, which is, whether or not it's Quantanium or not, it's here nor there. But you can see the second one. See, they were just in line with each other. So that's the one time that the scanning mechanic can let you down just a touch. But it's no big deal, considering how fast you can actually just keep on a truck. And there's 1700. 17 hundo. $3,400 over this way. Let's. All right, those look like they are close enough to each other. So that looks like it's Quantanium over this way. I can tell you a lot of people don't go to the dark side of the moon on pirates because they worry about crash. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I can understand why they'd worry about crashing. That's going to be probably gems. I think this is us over here. I mean, hunt miners. Yeah, that makes sense, Griff, for sure. Ah, they're up here. Okay, so we're going to cruise over here and check these guys out. See if there's anything worth mining. I'm really excited that they've got the ultra-wide fixes coming into 318, because that's what, you know, I have a ultra-wide monitor, but it's always so janky, so it'll be really cool to check that out. All right, so are we going to get some scan results? Not yet. So we'll go ahead and we'll shoot.
Fracturing mode on.
Wanted to buy a stealth miner. Yeah, exactly.
Mining mode on.
That's a 16%er, not a great rock. What about this guy? Not a great rock here. This is going to be a blue cap, probably. Blue cap for sure. All right, we'll keep on moving.
Mining mode off.
Hey, lots of opportunity markers there. 1,700. Single rock, and single rock. I tried to extort a rock miner about 2 weeks ago. He stepped out and fired a railgun at me. I let him be. He was definitely, he was in for the, down for the cause, it sounds like. Oh, that's funny. 1,700. You could turn off shields and weapons while flying to reduce EM and IR. Yes, you certainly can. There's a 17 hundo. I don't really try to keep this 9, you know, like, I'll just kind of go back and forth between a 90 and a 180 scan. Now, that's an interesting distance, I'll tell you that. 1,700. Oh, right down there. 1,700. All right. 3,400. All right, let's go ahead and check these two out. Let's see what they look like over here. Now you can long scan on them, if I'm not mistaken. It can be a little difficult when you're flying. It didn't look like it was going to work for me that time, so no big deal. But they're right up here.
Fracturing mode on.
With cargo now remaining, I can see pirates waiting at one of the planet cities on the way to Arca. Yeah, it's going to be... Hey, Andreas, nice to see you. It's going to be interesting to see how, you know, the TDDs and the refineries are going to be, you know, kind of stalked. We'll have to see how that goes. All right. We're not getting scan results yet, you guys. So what do? M, fire, M. That just kind of primes the old pump for whatever reason. This could be a nice rock. Yeah, that's not a bad rock. A 4327. It's not horrible. What about this guy? You know what? That's interesting. That's a 6324. This is kind of this is cool because this was about the size rock that I was interested in, like whether or not we could, like, you know, with the way the power's been shaken up. Now, I'm not going to mine this rock, but my question is whether or not I can put power into this rock. So I'm going to kind of swing around here. So I'm just going to kind of head down. I'm just curious if I can put any kind of power into this rock at 100%. Because I have no business being able to put out power into this rock based on the old mechanics. Like, it would not usually hold at all. And so I'm gonna sit here for just a moment. Andreas, it's nice to see you, for sure. Can you fire your laser instead? What do you mean fire it, George? All right, cool. So it doesn't look like I can. So that was kind of a curiosity of mine. So we'll just kind of move on, and this is the rock we're mining right here. This is a good one. Yeah, George, if you ask your question, with a little more context, I definitely will see if I can help. And sometimes I'm thick. Yeah, I will. Like you have plenty of context there, but I'm just missing it. This should be a fairly easy break. This is not, this is 270 at 4. So, this is only probably about 23 SCU or so, 25 SCU. Instead of shooting it to scan, can you fire your laser on it? That's a good question. I don't think that I can. But it is something that I will try. It seems like the answer to that question for whatever reason is no, but now that you ask it, I can't remember, after it started, I started noticing it, did I ever try it again? I don't know if I did, George. It's a good question. All right. Cruising along here. All right, we broke into the green.
Warning, power critical. Warning,
I've dialed way back to almost 0.
power critical.
Yeah, once you're in the green, weird things kind of happen as far as from the power perspective. Because, you shouldn't be 13% in climbing here. That's okay. All right, so we got it. Like I said, this is probably, that's not going to have anything in it there. This is only going to be about a mid-20s. Hey, Mabutu, nice to see you. How are you doing? It's going really well. We got a unicorn run out of the Aaron Halo. This is going to have okay percentage in it. That's a hundo, yep. It's 10 SCU of the good stuff. And we're here on checking out Lyria's scanning mechanics as well. That's 37%er. Daniel says, what's it like in the PTU after the wipe? Oh, PU after wipe, playing around SCU October last year experience. Well, it's going to be, and Daniel, 318 is going to be specifically prevalent in 318 because of the way that the changes are. So yeah, piracy is going to be more prevalent in 318 than in any other patch that we've seen because there is soft death. But that doesn't mean, all we have to do is not be soft targets, right? We want to use the Aaron Halo, use anonymity. Those who are going to be doing industrial stuff. Kind of use those things. Hey, Moon, nice to see you. I hear they fixed the scooping beam. They did fix the scooping beam, and they also, like, the Brants are working too, Moon. Like, like the ones with the charges, like the Brants, they're working as well. So I'll show you what I mean here. Let's see. So, the Brant fired right there, that's a joy in and of itself.
Warning, power critical.
Now I'm at 0%.
Power
Look at 0%, and it's holding.
Power critical.
Like, I'm literally at 0%. And it's holding in there. It's so bizarre.
Warning, power critical. Warning, power
It's so strange. That's the one thing that's a little bit different is like the power it's taking to to break the secondaries is much less, I'm noticing. May I plug something? Yeah, of course, Griff. Go ahead and plug. Glad to hear they're working too. Yeah, I know. Isn't that cool, Moon? For sure. So, Daniel, I think it's just good to kind of get your feet in 318 early. Like, don't like, for instance, if for some reason they leave those derelicts outside Arc L1, don't salvage them. I mean, you're just asking for trouble. Don't be a soft target, don't take obvious routes. If you're hauling things, try and just, do some things that are going to make you a little bit tougher of a challenge. All we have to do is turn our brains on before shipping out to Quantanium. That's exactly right, Andreas. We have to kind of use our noggins, potentially lean on some friends, get some escorts, get some people in our turrets. Consider flying like an Andromeda as opposed to a Freelancer Max. Little things like that, you guys. Just don't be a soft target. That's the most important thing. Because if you are, you can't really blame the game. I mean, we definitely know piracy is going to, go up quite a bit. So we just have to prepare for it. That doesn't necessarily mean we'll always avoid it. But if you zigzag jump, if you don't do obvious things, you know what I mean? If you think about maybe even before you do a run, like let's say you want to take something to the TDD, go ahead and just fly over to, there yourself and look and see if it's busy even. See if there are people around. Do your own scouting. Just just don't be super easy target. I think that's really the most important thing. And lots of games have that, you know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with it. And I personally, I think pirating is an important part of the gameplay. I do. It keeps us honest. Nobody wants to live in a world that has zero danger in it. No. And I turn the laser on. It's 0%. Why is it going up? So funny. All right. So I think I broke down most of the stuff here. If you don't have a Prospector Vulture working on the easy way around bunkers, yeah, rent a rock, another great way. Even the rented Prospector, I know it's not, everybody's favorite, but you can take that rented Prospector, head over to Aberdeen, get Bexelite, Laranite, and Terranite, and make 300,000 easy.
Extraction mode.
It's in a couple of runs. It's not hard to do. And of course the combat stuff is always a blast. All right, you guys. So we've had 2 successful runs here. We know that the brands work. That was one of the main things that we wanted to test, was that. We got a full 32 SCU unicorn out of the Aaron Halo. Now here this is only gonna be 20 some SCU, like the low 20s. But that's the rock we found, and that we've decided to keep it. So this one down here was a nice rock. So at least 10 of the SCU are guaranteed. The rest of this isn't as clean. All right. I made some friends pirating people. We don't make it personal. Yeah, you don't want to get too far over your skis with. It's just, we all just want to have some fun. All right, what do we got here? A lot of nothing. That's probably as good as it's going to get right there. Now, let me start up here and just double check this. I got a Cuddy Black, Rock, Prospector, Mole. Yeah, that's a great place to start, for sure. I, myself, Prospector, Vulture, Constellation, Taurus. I don't own the Rock, but I know I can buy it in one kind of quant run. So, but yeah, that's a great beginning, Clive, for sure. Really solid. And ROC, rock mining's in a good place. You can find the rocks now super easy. You can, you can actually move the inventory. You've got that quality of life change to move the inventory so you can avoid the carpal tunnel. All good stuff. All right, so right now we're at 19 SCU. All right, we're just, there's a nothing piece. Yeah, there's something down in here, though. Let's go ahead and see if we can pick off, like, that little piece. Yeah, there's a 42%er down there. We'll go ahead and snake him. All right, get a little wiggle room maybe and see if we can. There's a 23%er. Want to get Vulture and Reclaimer eventually? Yes, excellent ships for sure. Oh, I am really enjoying the Vulture. I wish I had fun with pirates. All PvP encounters I've encountered were straight up ganks. Oh yeah, I understand that for sure. Interdict, shoot, dead. Haven't met a single player. Yeah, then a murder. There's definitely, Andreas, there's definitely a high percentage of people that are just kind of, you know, looking to, you know, kind of just not necessarily be that kind when they're hitting you for sure. Which that's 100% course. There is a yellow down there that I couldn't necessarily. There's a spot on there around here somewhere where it turned yellow on me. There. I didn't expect it to be any much more than this 22 SCU Quantanium that I have. So I think we're good. Yeah, we're good. All right, let's head back to the old camp here.
Mining mode off.
All right, forestation, back to the sticks. Let's boost our way up. And you don't have to boost that far to get out of the... All right, let's roll. Vish says, have you noticed how the cabin of the Vulture looks exactly like in real life? It is kind of cool how they took their cues from actual industrial things now, Vish. I know exactly what you're talking about. With loading of ships, can we do multiple runs on the same refinery order? 24 refinery order broken down into a 3-run on an Avenger. No, you can't, Daniel. That's the one thing. So, you know, probably something like that's where like a Cutlass Black at 46 SCU becomes a really good, you know, kind of stealthy way to kind of haul Quantanium. I mean, a lot of people, you don't realize, like, even that 32 SCU of Quantanium that I just did, 30 SCU after I did, you know, get the refining done, that's still quite a bit of money. I mean, even if you have to 1-to-1, you're still going to be making like over 200,000 every trip. So it's not, you know, it is smart to consider using smaller ships, but you can't break them apart, Daniel. So like if for some reason, that's the thing, if you had a mole and you had like 80 SCU, that's all in one order. There's no way to take 40 of it. You know, so you'd have to use something like something that had like an Andromeda or something that had 96 SCU or something to take it. All those encounters made me just want to abort. However, yeah. So I don't see any shit that's not in a party with me. I understand what you're saying, Andreas, for sure. Have you seen the list of upcoming fixes for the Ultra? I have, Moon. I'm so excited about those because I have 2 Odyssey G9s, you know, that I kind of work with. I just cannot wait to check that out. Like I haven't, right now, currently, Moon, I built a really high-end system. I just got it done like last week, but my 7900 XTX has that vapor chamber issue. So I had to RMA that back to AMD, but as soon as I get that back, I'm going to be setting up, and doing some ultra-wide testing. I'm actually going to do, I know they're not going to be real popular, but I'm going to do some 5120 by 1440p videos too, like as they get the ultra wide. So if somebody has an ultra wide, they can, because man, there's really kind of nothing cooler than if you are ultra wide and say doing some planet surface mining. Oh my gosh, it's so cool. I hope that cargo refactor allows for splitting of refinery orders. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. That's a shame. I know you can't do it in live, but with the new UI, I didn't know if it was possible. Daniel, I'm sure that's something that will be coming at some point. We'll get it down the road. I agree with what Grift is saying. We'll get that down the road. So we're working on probably about 80 minutes here so far in the stream, and we are going to be north of 50 SCU of Quantanium. So, you know, just so we're on the same page, I mean, when people say Quantanium mining's dead, I mean, keep in mind, we don't know how it's going to go live. This is the best representation of how it's going to go live is just the patch we're currently playing on. But if I, you know, and we'll see, I still have some work to do. But if I get this 50 SCU into the hopper in 80 minutes, that's still pretty good money, you guys. You know, that's still, you know, I wouldn't say Quantanium mining's dead by any stretch of the imagination. So we'll just kind of, you know, we'll crunch some numbers, and then we'll talk about what we want to do next. Because I think there's first alarm, and that's okay. You know, that's still fairly early in the, you know, in the process. And I'm only coming in at a reasonable clip here. 292. I'm not even bringing it in that fast.
Thank you, and please visit again.
All right. Calling for a landing.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
All right, there's our landing. So we got to get this guy in and get it in the hopper. We'll see how it goes. How hard is it to set up X52 Pro in game? It takes a little bit of time, but they're not hard. One little tip or trick though is make sure you understand where your inversion settings are at, because sometimes you might need them. I had to definitely set my inversions because the first time I got my sticks, I pushed forward and went backwards and promptly backed into the station and killed myself. Thank you for the info. No problem, Daniel. Thanks for the questions, and keep them coming. I'm loving it. The one thing I'm excited down the road is persistent hangers. I know exactly what you mean. Persistent hangers are going to be awesome, Andreas. For sure. All right, so we've been in first alarm here for just a little longer than I probably like, but nothing crazy. We're going to bring her in here nice and smooth. Boom. Beautiful landing. All right. Get a little post in here.
Have a pleasant stay.
Kill the engines and out we go. Quant mining is dead. Where did this come from? Some people were just thinking that, you know, salvage is kind of, you know, salvage is kind of maybe going to maybe make quant mining obsolete a little bit. And I could see where people would think that. I just don't think it's the case, really. I mean, I've done a lot of quant mining now in 3.18. That's what I do in game mostly anyways. And don't get me wrong, I'm going to do salvage too. Uh-oh. Well, I know what that means. We need to hurry up and go down and land on a platform and see if we can make it. That's the one thing that's been a little bit annoying is the elevators. Because if they don't come and, you know... now, one thing I could do is potentially go back to menus, and that might save it, but I don't necessarily know. So we're kind of we're in a bit of a pinch here. We're gonna try and fly down to one of the pads. Hey, Doe, nice to see you. Yeah, but when the that's what you know. This is where it gets a little sketchy, you guys, for sure.
Engines on. Launch sequence complete.
All right. We're still in first alarm, which is good. Let me just kind of look around here and see if I see one of those pads. They're kind of usually on the inside. I think that's one right down there. So yeah, this is us looking for a pad because we could not get an elevator. Salvage's going to be a lot harder to find live. Yeah, we'll have to see what goes... I don't disagree with that. We will have to see, though, what goes on with... we will have to see what goes on with... the Iron Halo, though, Moon, because it's pretty easy to find in the Halo right now. All right, so here we are. We're kind of trying to save our bacon here. We still haven't heard second alarm, so we're... I don't want to hit the deck that hard.
Landing successful. Engines off.
All right, so we didn't panic. We jumped back over here. We're going to try and catch an elevator here. You can actually get this stuff. You can get this stuff off the pad just fine. You can go down to the refinery, and just because you're on the pad, as long as it recognizes it's on the pad, it will still, you can still get rid of the stuff. Now, the one thing that's a little dangerous is it will go into the ship will go into like it's got Quantanium on it. There we go. That's what we needed. I'll see if I can store it. Normally you can't store it on a pad, but we'll see if they've got that fixed or not. I'm not thinking I'll be able to, but let's just look.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
Nope, it's in claim on pad 2. It's recognized on pad 2, which is great. But we have to now hurry down here, throw that in the hopper, then hurry back to the ship and jettison the empty, or else it'll blow up. So, it's a little bit of a, you know, it's something to learn here for sure, because this is, and this is ultimately not the way it's going to be. Stop confusing the best way to make money. You know, the most efficient way to make money. Also, it's just like, Andreas, the one thing that people, you know, what about fun? You know what I mean? What do you enjoy doing? That's the thing. Like, I enjoy mining. If I don't make as much money mining, I'm still going to mine. I enjoy it. You know, that's the thing. You know, it's like, what do you, I think that's really what it more should boil down to, is like, what do you enjoy? So here we're setting up the work order. It's Quantanium. We're going to do this one here. We're going to get a quote and we're going to confirm, and off we go. Boom. So look, right now there's 27 and, you know, 30 and 21. So 51, but I've got to hurry up and get back to the ship. So we're around 5,100. But the ship right now, the timer's still going on. It's on a pad because I couldn't get a, you know, I couldn't get an elevator to work in the hangar. And so we didn't panic. We ran to a pad. We got the stuff down there. But now I have to get out there and jettison, or else the ship will blow up. So, best way to do anything. I agree with that 100%. You know, and I will say, bounty hunting was definitely slightly more efficient than Quantanium mining at the top end. For the longest time. And that didn't, you know, I still just did what I, you know, now I think it's pad 2. Let's just try to get there. Let's not go to hangar 2 like I did last time. All right, pad 2. So now what we're trying to do is run back and get on the ship. It's probably going to be orange. And we're going to try and stop it from going boom. That's the whole goal here, is to get in here, get the power on, and get it to not go boom by using jettison if there's any way we can do it. So we're trying here. She's going to be orange, I'm pretty sure. Wait a minute.
Engines on.
Wow, I think they might have fixed that. Look at that. Normally when you come back here, the volatile cargo thing's going nuts, right? But it's not this time. That's awesome. Maybe they got that fixed. That's cool. Because, you know, we were able to... Now, let's talk about... I just want to talk about timing, right? Because it looks like it's saying, you know, hey, you're 50... And I don't know if that's exactly right, but it's saying I'm 88 minutes in. So now we're, you know, and we did 5,100 basically. You know, we did 500,000 aUEC. That's a little over 500,000 aUEC since I started the stream. That's in the hopper right now. So Quantanium mining is fine, at least in this particular thing. Interesting game. There you go. They might have fixed that. Boom. Yeah. I hope. Yeah, Andreas. I hope I'm not wrong. Would be something to test again. Yeah, definitely, George. You know, It's a small sample size. I know what you're saying, George, for sure. Yeah, you know, I can make more money doing bunkers and beacons, but it's not for exactly, Griff. Chilling, yeah, and for me, I know I'm going to be doing a lot of salvage when I'm just kind of BSing with the guys at night. You know what I mean? Just kind of doing some salvage and that type of thing. So let's talk about some other things that we can do today. Now that we have this, let me go ahead and see if I can at least, let me see if I can pull a landing pad that will actually allow me to,
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
that will at least give me a hangar. We'll have to see here. Or at least give me an elevator. So I could go do some salvage now. We could pull the mole. Hey! How long on station to find your quant? So, Scotto, I have 50 SCU in the hopper. 51 SCU since I've started the stream. So in an hour and a half, basically, I've got a full 32 SCU and then another 20-some SCU. One in the air in Halo, one on Lyria. So, you know, it's not bad at all. It's not bad at all. But, you know, it could be slower. It could be faster. So I could go do some vulturing. We could actually pull the mole and go get the mole kitted up. And you know, and throw some things on the mole. And maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll go do a little mole. The other thing is you can get box delivery missions. Take boxes and go scan and drop them off.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
You know, there is definitely some different things to do. Let's do this. Oh, Vish is saying, do I want to do some reclaimer stuff? Not so much that. I think I want to kind of... I think I want to test them. I have not had the mole out at all, you guys. I think that's probably the right thing to do for this community, is to kind of test that. I'd love to see scanning on the mole. Yes, okay. That's the... You know, and I'm in the same boat. The one thing we're going to have to suffer through is I'm going to have to go grab some components for the mole. And that's okay. I mean, I'm absolutely fine with it. We have to, I'm going to have to pull it here. And I'm glad an elevator worked here, by the way. All right, so let's, yeah, no problems. All right, you guys, so let's do that. So I'm going to store this guy. I'm going to claim the mole.
Your insurance claim has
I'm going to pay the expedited fee. So I know for a fact we're going to need to go over to let me go ahead. We're going to have to head over to HURL1. That's where the Lancet size 2s are sold. So that's where we're going to head right when we can get the mole. Can we get periodic updates on the server FPS and stations and out in the wild? Sure. Right now, my FPS is 80. You can see me inside ARC-L1. And my server as I kind of turn around and look at assets, at 60. So I'm going to go make sure. Let me go make sure. I'm going to just buzz through. You can see as I'm running really fast, I'm dipping down into the high 40s. Even the low 40s. Never kind of getting too below 40. Let me transfer my imprint over here. I forgot to do it. Cool. I noticed the cluster patterns changed a bit, some tighter. Did you guys notice any changes? I definitely know if you're out in the Halo and you scan, you know, and you kind of get your opportunity markers, and then you get diamond icons, and they're a really tight cluster. That's almost always Quantanium Scato, for sure. You can actually tell by how tight the diamond icons are kind of clumped together. You know, whether or not it's Quantanium, for sure. Oh, I'm like looking at this like, what's going on? Oh, I've created Argo Mole 2 because I did a claim. That's one thing they're definitely going to need to get fixed. Buck, Dragonfly, there's the old Vulture. I'm gonna bring the Vulture over here too, I might as well.
Your insurance claim has been sent.
Don't need to pay the expedited because I'm not grabbing that right now. What about here? I'll have the Core over here too.
Your insurance claim has been sent.
Kind of grabbing a few different ships to have them over this way. What about 20? I'm excited to fly. I don't fly the mole around too much, but I'm excited to do it this time. And what we'll probably do is we're going to head over to HURL1. We're going to buy 3 of the Lancet MH2s. And then what we'll do is... now, I probably should go buy a bunch of Brants, too.
Please visit us again.
I'll do that real quick before we leave. I don't think anyone has asked. How do you take your coffee? I actually drink coffee in a variety of different ways. Right now, I definitely have... I have a French roast going that's just outstanding. Although, it's thick coffee today. Like, I could stand a spoon up in it. I don't know what I did, but man, it'll make your hair stand on end, which is great, actually. But I did hit it with a splash of hazelnut, so it's delicious. Absolutely delicious. All right. I'm going to buy like 12 Brants.
Hi, good to have you back. You see anything you like?
BRA. All right. Now those are in the forest station. I'm going to stick them on the mole when I get in there. Have you ever percolated coffee? Yes, I percolated coffee before. Yep. Absolutely. All right. So the mole should be ready to grab. We're going to grab the mole. I'm going to throw some Brants on board. We're going to go pick up some Lancet MH2s. We're just going to throw some Brants on board, and then we're just going to go have a little fun with the mole. Solo mole run. That's something I do a lot of, but, you know, it'll be good to mess around with the scanning mechanics in the mole.
Welcome.
When camping, that's how... Yeah, that's I was about to say, Griff. Mostly it's camping when we percolate, for sure.
Stand by.
Yes, you know, it's definitely... It's always better when the coffee's, you know, does what the coffee's supposed to do. Hanger 1 on the mole. That's awesome. I'm really excited. I haven't flown the mole here in a hot minute, and this is going to be a blast. I got to remember to put the Brants on board. All right. There she is. Such a beaut. Now, for the Prospector's in pretty good shape, as you guys seen. We went to the air in Halo. We got a full 32 SCU. We went to Lyria. We were able to locate Quantanium very quickly. So, you know, the mole is going to be... We'll have to see how that goes. When the mole first came out, I made 20 mil Solmon. Yes, I can appreciate that. It is a fun loop. I like... If I'm going to solo Vish, I do prefer the Prospector. But I don't mind the mole. And there's nothing funner than when you get a couple of, you know, fun crew on a mole and they know what they're doing. And you get somebody who's good at calling the lasers. And I have a lot of time in the captain's chair in the mole, for sure.
Systems activating.
You are clear to launch.
Gotta spin these VTOLs down. Yep. All right.
Launch complete.
Good. Gear coming up. I'm too lazy to solo mole. That's where I'm at too. For sure. I definitely have a lazy streak about me for that kind of a thing. But we're gonna have some fun with it today. So HURL1 is where we have to head right now. And that's because we need Lancet MH2s, and that's where they're at. Oops. That was the wrong. That was wrong of me.
Thank you, and please visit again.
At the forest station. There we go. Or the Green Glade. All right. Oh, okay. Can I still hear? I wonder if I can. Philip Hoffer, you may have saved me. Let's see if I can still hear. I forgot to. My short-term memory's awesome, you guys. Yeah, I wonder if I still grab them here. Oh, Philip, nicely done, man. Thank you very much. I need 9 of them. Yeah, I'll just grab them all, whatever. I think I bought an extra few of them. All right. Yeah, that was nicely done, Philip. By the way, Philip, how are you, man? Nice to see you. I'm going the wrong way. How you been, man? Good to see you for sure. Well, well played on the timing there. All right, now we'll go buy some Lancet MH2s. All right, off we go. I have to grab a little bit of some Lux while we're down there. I have to remember that. So we're going to fly to HUR01. We're going to buy 3 Lancet MH2s. We're going to put those Lancet MH2s on this mole. Then we're going to fill it with Brants. Then we're going to fly back to ARC-L1, and then we're going to hit the air and halo, I think, first. And we'll do some scanning mechanics with the mole in the air and halo. See how that goes. So far, so good. We've managed to put 500. 511 something thousand like aUEC in the hopper. So, so far, so good. My wife texted me. I was looking down. Def worked on the same, on some 30K issues, much more stable. So far, it's been much more stable. Crap, watch me, Jenkins. It's okay if you do. I'm pretty good. I've missed the last few Saturday streams. Yeah, I've been still trying to keep my Saturdays going for sure as much as I can, Phil. Not every Saturday. Of course, last Saturday was with having the Daymar rally. I thought, I'll just watch the rally and have some fun with that. So we're HURL1 here. And Clyde says, Grift, you can multi-crew mole mining with me anytime. Yeah, absolutely. And Grift, you're welcome. Yeah, Grift knows he can come mining with me anytime he wants, for sure. All right, so not the fastest Quantanium drive in the old mole stock by any stretch of the imagination. But we're not going to fly and get the XL one. We'll just kind of suffer through. So far, I would, this is probably, I'm just going to go out on a limb and say this. As far as 3.18 patches so far, this one has seemed the most friendly to mining so far. Because, A, the Brants are all of the active modules that have like that have the charges are working. They were not working before. The scan mechanics seem to be very good. Now I'm on a server with not a ton. You can see like somehow I managed to get on a server without a ton of people on there. So I think I am, and maybe they're doing that on purpose. But there does seem to be some benefit from like I definitely am getting server resources. I was able to get lots of scan results and lots of, and so the scanning is in really good shape. And the reason that the scanning is in really good shape, I like it is because everything is handled from now scanning mode. You don't have to have a mining laser to get scan results at a distance. So that means you can actually use your dedicated scouts. If you're going to be doing some kind of an operations, or you can actually dedicate scouts yourself. You could take something like a 135C, fly and do like a box missions till you get like, do a single box mission till you get the 3 boxes, pick up the 3 boxes, fly out to the air and halo, Go ahead and mark 3 places, find 3 things that you want to mine, throw the boxes out there, actually fly back and pick up your ship and fly to them. So persistent entity streaming has changed. You can actually take like one of the things I was doing for salvage was taking my Pisces C8X, C8R, landing, flying out to the air in Halo, locating like an 890 jump derelict, landing in that hangar, calling for a pickup, so having somebody come grab me, and then taking my reclaimer back out there or my vulture back out there. So yeah, I mean it's I think that I think 318 is starting to turn the corner in a good way. Where you've got the additional salvage gameplay loop, you've got the racing stuff, you've got some more cave missions. They could do some quality of life stuff that would really make the game, like maybe a little bit larger rocks, maybe just some hand mining rocks that are more valuable in some of the caves would be cool. Maybe some rare spawns, some things like that would really make the game a lot fun, which would force people to look around a little more. They can get the landing gear issue, stuck in the seat issue, cargo vanishing issue, and the long log. Yes, I agree. There still are some definite deal breakers. Moon, what you're saying is absolutely correct. But if they can, get a few more of these little details worked out, we should be probably seeing a live PTU sometime. Maybe by the end of the week, next week, if they can get those things worked out. There's a few other things too, how like if you get kicked off a server, you might not be able to get back on it. That type of thing. So there's still work to do, no question about it. But we are starting to be in it seems to be in a little bit more stable place. At least this iteration of it. And maybe because it's a small, like I said, maybe because it's a small server amount, but it's definitely been pretty healthy here today. So we're having some fun with it for sure. All right, so here we're going to bring the old mole in. I'm going to drop the gear and VTOLs.
Landing gear down.
She flies a little bit like a boat. I just love this ship. This is one of my favorite ships. Look how beautiful that is. Absolutely love the mole. It's such a great ship. All right, we're going to bring her on in here, and then we're going to call for a landing. We're going to run down and get those Lancets. We'll transfer the Brants into the inventory as well of the station. And we're going to get this thing loaded up and kitted out. Server SP a week ago with single digits. Yeah. It was. There were times when I was literally getting single digits. You're right about that. I guess the storms at Microtech have gotten way more powerful. It's like zero viz now. Oh, wow. That's interesting, Vish. I haven't been over there in a hot minute.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
All right, so I called for a landing.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
Okay. Now, I think that's on an inside ring, if I'm not mistaken, so we'll just kind of work our way over the top and then swing back around. I will never, ever, ever grow tired of this game as far as, just, like, this is the kind of stuff, just, like, flying over the top of the station and pivoting around and just looking at this place where we've got to land. It's just such a cool... This game is just really on a different level. And I have done this a million times and it never gets old. All right, let's line her up. Bringing her in. Yeah, it is insane, Vish. I mean, it really is. All right. We're good. How are we looking back there? Right on the edge there. She's a big girl. All right, well, we'll take it. We got services, so it sees it, which is good. Out we go. Need some tractor beams, pull the ships in the hangars. That would be cool. I love that idea. Or maybe you could just pay for that service, like get close and then pay for that service. You could kind of, if you had to pee really bad or something, you go AFK while it pulls you in. I tried this VorpX just to see ships in real scale. Absolutely insane. You can't play in VorpX for too long, though. Oh, interesting. Oh, it's a VR, yeah. All right. It is more immersive flying with stick than throttle. With stick and throttle, yeah, I love the 2 sticks for sure. Had anyone problems with the RSI launcher after updating 1.6.2? After the update, the launcher did not start. I had to install the older version. Oh, that's interesting. Hammond, no, when I did get that launcher update on two of my systems, and on both of them it worked fine. So yeah, I did not have to roll back to the older one myself. That is interesting, and thanks for mentioning that. Because if anybody else mentions it, I'll mention that that's an option.
Welcome to the ASOC.
I wouldn't have even thought to be able to do that, so that's really cool that you were. You know what? I think I gotta retrieve the mole and put those things in the station. That was silly of me. I keep forgetting about them.
Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
All right, let's go back to Hangar 4. I need to put the Brants in the inventory, so that's my fault. We'll go do that real quick. And then we'll store it again, and then we'll go down and buy the Lancets. It was just dawned on me. This will be fast, because we'll just go up the elevator and in, and then do it real quick, and then back down. This is that time when you hope that, you wish that kind of knickknacks would allow you to just kind of pull them out of the storage ship. You know. Anyone with AMD GPU, stay away from Crusader right now. I forgot to mention that. What's going on with those? Because I have a 7900 XTX that I RMA'd is in my other system. Alright, I want this in the local, yeah. Wait, there's a move all. Boom. Oh, that's fire. Yes, Daniel, that's what I do. I have 2 sticks, and I do recommend that over stick and throttle myself. Whatever people are comfortable with, honestly. That's kind of where I'm at with it. But I love 2 sticks. Instant CTD when you get too close. Is that every single...
Beatrice is getting ready to shoot.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I guess Xenothreat must be going on. What the heck? That's weird. Instant CTD when you get too close. That's crazy. I hadn't heard that at all. No, I need to store this thing now. Silly me. It's been added and deleted several times on Spectrum. Ah!
Welcome
Yeah, that's...
to the ASOC vehicle retrieval system.
That's not what we're... That's not what I want.
Please visit us again.
Alright, so we're heading down now to the refinery. If I can find my way to the elevators. Ah, they're there. There's only so many places to run. Coffee's delicious. Oh. Hopefully they'll get that fixed. Gotcha. Yeah, this AMD's definitely had a rough 30 days with the vapor chamber issue on the 7900 XTX. The 7900 XT not really being that great of a value. The 7900 XTX really is I love that. I mean, I've really enjoyed that card so far. I definitely have. All right, so we're going to buy Lancets. MH2s are what we're here for. And we need 3 of them. Boom. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and see if we can't get this guy kitted out. Argo Mole 2.
DF, do you copy? It's Dooley. Javelin's spinning up. I want everyone protecting them until they launch. Dooley out.
Arbor, Lancet. Okay, so now I got Lancets in all 3 spots. Wife just brought me some Dutch Brothers to keep me awake at work. Ooh, nice. That was very nice of her. Very kind. All right, we're getting branch together, guys. We're doing this. We're doing this mole thing. Awesome. All right, we'll save changes. And let's just double check that they stuck. I appreciate you guys hanging out for the mole testing because we had such a good, oh no, that's interesting. What the heck? Look at that, you guys. It changed them back. That's not a good sign. Let me just try and save the MH2s on here. Boom, save. Now close it. Astro, are you on my server? Okay, so it saved the Lancets on there this time. That's good. All right, let's try and load it with Brants now. Dutch Brothers all over the U.S.? I don't know that it is. All right.
The CDF for a system-wide announcement. Xenothreat just hit the Navy. Hard. So I need any volunteers to contact me immediately and help push Xenothreat out the system.
Hey, Ninja, nice to see you. Kapow. How you been, guy? All right, look, you guys. What the heck? It won't save the branch. We're going to keep trying. It has not saved the brands on there yet. It did save the Lancets on there, which is fine, which is, really good. I hit save on there. Let's just see if it'll save them on there. I don't think so, but I can hop over and meet you in the yeah, I mean, you'd be absolutely welcome to it. If you get on my server, Astro, for sure. And my name is VVV. You can just send me a friend invite if you want. We can work it out. Yeah, look at this. You guys, it won't save. Okay, I'm just going to try one laser. Boom. Save. Now, that time it did save them. But, that's weird. All right, so I'll do the next 3. Save. Okay. We'll get this thing loaded up one way or the other. All right, what about this guy? Those 3 saved. Okay, next 3. Boom. 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 I'm doing good. Going to be learning the drums. That's awesome, Ninja. That's cool. Nothing wrong with that. That's a good thing to learn how to do. It's funny. I can play anything with strings on it and just play fan. Like I played guitar since I was 8. Could play the string bass really well. Uprights. I could really just jam the heck out of guitar. And I will tell you. I mean, I was a musician when I was younger. I don't, do it as much anymore. But drums are, man, the kind of that 4-way independence gets away from me for sure. All right, let's drink a couple of these guys and get ourselves upright here. All right, we'll drop that one. I'll probably put that in my pack. All right. Let's get topped off here. That's great. All right. We'll drop that guy. Because we're litter bugs. All right. And I think I'll just throw these in my pack with me because for whatever reason, brands fit in your backpack. I could play 12 instruments and holy Clive, that is awesome. I just play guitar. I play guitar since I was 8. I mean, if it's got strings on it, I can play it for sure. Like, but you know, for the most part, you know, I have stuck with pretty much just guitar. And I wish I could sing. You know, don't get me wrong, I can sing, but nobody wants to hear it. And I don't blame them. It's not good. Seems like anything more than 2 or 3 changes at a time to a ship, and it won't. That's a good point, Moon. When trying to line up the reclaimer to mine alone, if I turn on the light, it really illuminates the range of the salvaging lasers. That's cool. That's a good tip, Vish. All right, so we've got the mole exactly how we want it. I'm going to double check it one more time before we call it. We're going to head back to Arc L1, and then we're going to head to the Halo. Just because I don't really know a good... I just landed an HURL1, going to send you an invite. Okay, no problem. We will wait to get your invite, Astro. That's awesome, Clive. No problem, Astro. I'm looking for your invite now. Trumpet and bass. Oh, trumpet is awesome. There we go. There we are, sir. So, Astro, do I have you on Discord? Let me see if I do. Let's see if I... Are you a friend of mine on Discord? Ooh, nice. I'm looking at Ninja. I'm looking at your drum kit. Nicely done, man. That's awesome. And Astro, I'm looking to see if I have you on Discord. Do you have Discord, Astro? Because you'd be welcome aboard, and then we could probably, you know, here, I will post my Discord handle. Give me just a sec. I'm working on getting it for you. It's that. So, Troon, if you want to send me a Discord invite, it might be easier, but it's up to you. I'm okay either way. It's not, you know, it's just sometimes what can happen is the stream is a little bit behind what actual real time is. So sometimes being on Discord together can help with that, but whatever you're comfortable with. You can send me a Discord invite in Friends and we can... Ooh, hold on. I see you there, I think. Hey, there we go. Cool. Maybe we can do this. Yeah, I can hear you just fine. Astro can hear me just fine. Yeah, welcome aboard. How you doing? Stream, can you guys hear Astro at all? Can you let me know? And let's go ahead and here, I'll pull them all.
Vehicle retrieval system.
Now let me double check it's got everything on it.
Goodbye.
Right. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Yeah, we're good. We're loaded. Loaded for bear.
Welcome to
What?
the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Vehicle selected. Stand by. Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
All right, we're on hangar 4. Let me minimize this. And I want to put OBS back up. There we go. Can't hear Astro. Okay, hold on. How about now? We check Astro.
Testing 1 2.
Yeah, you should be able to hear him now, you guys. I think I fixed it. I done fixed it. All right, down they come. Welcome to being a guest on stream. Yeah. Very cool. Thank you for coming along. I appreciate it because, you know, this will be a little easier with an extra dude. As you can imagine.
Yeah, we can crack some bigger rocks.
Yes. No, why did I do that? Now, you won't be able to get into a laser until we get off the ground. You probably are familiar with that. But until we take off, the lasers won't open. At least the side ones won't. All right.
Systems activating. Systems on.
You are clear to launch.
All right, here we go. Hey, there he is. Redemption, how you doing, man? If you need extra, dude, I'm heading. Yeah, if you could join our, I'm in the PTU. You know, Redempt. You know, if you're welcome to join us for sure. Come hang out. I can have Astro send a party invite and come join us. Be fine. We all hitting. That'd be the 25. Oh, 25 likes. That'd be awesome, you guys.
Launch complete.
All right, out we go.
Landing gear up.
Rotate the VTOLs a little bit. All right, we'll head over to ARC-L1 first, just kind of
Thank you.
orientate myself.
Please visit again.
All right, as far as hitting the halo goes, because I don't usually go from HURL1 to the halo. I'm not exactly sure what the numbers would be to drop out. And we're going to hit the halo first, just because I want to monkey around with the standing mechanics a little bit, but, you know, I hope that's cool. $23 likes, you guys. I like it. I do appreciate it, for sure. Yeah, come join us, Red, for sure, if you're interested. I'd love to have you along. We're just kind of doing some... That sounds great. Got to do some first-time PTU setting up, then I head over to L1. That's fine. We'll probably head over to the Halo real quick and just kind of start some scanning and looking around for some stuff. Almost to 25. Thanks, Grift. I appreciate it. I'm going to post a link to help you find Halo from anywhere at any ring. Thanks, Vish. I appreciate that. I probably could have not been lazy and went to Cornerstone and looked it up, but yeah, I figured why not. We'll just kind of jump back to ARC-L1. I know the numbers from there. I was definitely being a little lazy. So, Astro, when did you start playing Star Citizen?
I started at the end of 2019.
Nice.
I remember the IAE 2049. That was pretty sweet.
So I started, I think it would have been in 2020. Like, it was about a week before IAE, the November before 2020. So 21, 22. Yeah, because this was my third Daymar Rally. So,
Oh, okay.
is the ring density still a thing? Yeah, it is still a thing for sure, Grift. So, what do you do, Astro? Are you mostly a miner in game?
Yeah, or bounty hunting.
Nice. So you do some combat stuff too. That's awesome.
Yeah, I follow Avenger 1 a lot.
Nice. Well, that's good place. To, if you're going to be doing combat, good place to keep an eye on. For sure. Have you heard anything about them giving the Halo a new pass? A little more context, Moon. I'm not sure that I know about that. You mean as far as maybe putting the new asteroids in there? Because I know that, like, for instance, the Lagrange points asteroids are a little different than, say, the Halo's asteroids. Yeah, more dense towards the center of the rings. Yeah, that's right, Vish, for sure. Now, have you been playing, Astro, have you been playing a lot of 3.717, or are you kind of in a holding pattern for 3.18?
Yeah, I haven't really touched the PU since Wave 1 went live.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. Once I could kind of do 3.18, I just kind of jumped ship. In the most respectful sense. I play violin, cello, banjo, sax, French horn, piano, and clarinet. Clive, that is fantastic. You should do a viewer Q&A. I think that'd be really cool, especially for new viewers, if that's your thing, just throwing it out there. I really enjoy it, for sure. And so Astro is going to, if he's been gracious enough to get trapped on the mole with me, I'm definitely going to ask him some questions. So, yeah, I've definitely just been kind of monkeying around with 3.18 ever since we could get on here, for sure. Hearing rumors the Halo might get a rework, might change some things around with it. Well, eventually, Moon, I know that they're supposed to put those gates in to get into the Halo and that kind of stuff, but I would imagine that's a long ways out. Where are we at here? Probably getting close. Ah, we are. Yeah, it sounds to me like there's a big mining rework coming. Not only are they going to make some changes to the mold to make it more, they've kind of alluded to it, where they're going to change the way that the assets, are. It's going to be very interesting to see. All right, we're about to fall out of first quantum here.
Quantum travel complete.
I always thought the mining ship should be able to sift out like the inert materials or whatever you didn't want.
Boy, I agree with that 100%. You definitely would think, kind of in the era that we're in, that there would be very quick mechanics for kind of just keeping the material you want and getting rid of the material you don't. And I would imagine, it'll be interesting to see if, the Orion or one of those things kind of can sort through them, sort through stuff like that.
Quantum travel complete.
With kind of the onboard refinery type thing as well. But I agree 100% with that. I definitely think that you should be able to jettison the non-essential. All right, we're going to head towards Crusader now. We're going to drop out at 33.6 and start looking around for things to mine. Now, we know we're not going to run into any real large rocks out in Halo, but this is about kind of using the mole, double-checking the scanning mechanics are working the same in the mole as they are in the Prospector, and being able to identify clusters. And then, hopefully being able to find some things to mine. Gates to get into the Halo, I think, is kind of random, entry, we know better, make it easier to hide. Yeah, I've always wondered about the gates into the Halo thing, but I understand why they say it. If you want to quantum through the system, you shouldn't necessarily be able to go through an asteroid belt just because you're in quantum. I think that, I would be happy for everyone when events go on and they stop stealing assets from mining. I don't always want to do it in an event. Oh, yeah, I hear what you're saying, Scarred. And normally when the events are going on, I'll do them. I mean, I love I really like Xenothreat. I think it's fun. Prospector has a sifting chute. Yeah, it should for sure. But yeah, I mean, I definitely, there are many times when the events are going on and I'm just mining. Just because it takes the heat off. Did you read, Astro, about the little bit of the mole rework a few months ago?
Oh no, I haven't heard anything.
Yeah, they're talking about making the mole work like 4 prospectors. You know, or have it be equivalent to 4 prospectors. So kind of interesting. All right, so we're dropping out here in just a sec. 33, 8, 7, 6, and we're out. Okay, cool. And here we're just gonna do the same thing that we always do, which is kind of set forestation back. Turn that off. Trim our velocity.
Landing gear down.
And go into a V-scan here and do a 180. Send out a ping, and we got lots of opportunity markers. That's 3,400, so that's definitely 2. Let me go ahead and get a scan going on that. That's an M-type. So very quickly we were able to identify that that was an M-type and not necessarily worth going after. 1,700 is a single rock. We're definitely looking for like a cluster out here. Do a 90 scan on that. All right. 1,700 there. 1,700 there. And we'll keep on moving. Never done any events. I'm no good at combat. That's okay, Climb. I mean, they're fun to do. You should do them at least once for sure. Always wanted to land the prospector with a min left on the clock. Oh, I did that the last stream. It didn't work out well. When not getting rid of inert mats, there should be at least utilization. Yeah, I agree with that, Hammer, for sure. All right, so what's going on here with my quantum marker? Be clear and set again. It seemed to have... There it goes. All right. Kind of get another V-scan going here at 180. Maybe building materials. Yeah, that's the thing. I really hope that there are other things that we have to mine at some point. 12,000 is going to be a bunch. That's because it's a flat number. We know that that's a bunch of salvaged. There is another set of 2 right there. Is that original? Is that one that we already looked at? Yeah, that's the M-type we already looked at. All right, so we're going to go to kind of a 90 scan. 1,700. That is a P-type. I can tell you the scanner on the mole seems to be pretty quick. That's good. So we'll collapse it here. That's a 5,100. That's going to be 3 rocks. We'll go ahead and we'll scan those guys. That's an E-type. So we're not going to approach that. All right, 90. All right. 1,700. Q-type. It's a single rock. We'll go ahead and approach it and see what we got. Here, I'm going to maybe speed the mole up just a touch. We're not going that fast. I think there are things we could teach each other when we hook up. Yeah, I'm sure that there are, you guys. Grift is Clyde, Grift is a really, really good dude as far as wanting to share and teach people. So you couldn't be in better hands if that's what you're up to. All right, it's a single rock here. Let's go ahead and we're approaching it. All right, we're slowing down just a touch. definitely have an outline. That is a blue cap, 2%er. I normally, with a mole, I normally wouldn't approach a single rock, but I was just kind of curious if the scan mechanics are working. Boy, I would say they're almost working better than the Prospector. I mean, as far as they're snappier. All right, there's 2. I mean, look how fast you're getting those scan results, too. Well, that didn't result out, I guess. All right. What about this guy? 1,700. Those were Quantanium, but they were not scannable. We could EVA if we wanted to, but let's not do that. All right. 6,800, that's good. That's going to be 4 rocks. They're not scannable, which is too bad. Kind of 90 them. Lots of opportunity markers. All right, let's get in here and take a look. These are not Quantanium. All right, keep it moving. Yeah, it looks like a P-type. It didn't look that great. It didn't look that appealing. But they were not scannable, so it's hard to say. All right, let's see what we get for... We'll do a 180 scan here. There's a bunch of opportunity markers. All right, what do we got here? 1,700. 1,700. 3,400. Let's go ahead and approach these guys. Looks like they're going to be an unscannable. That might be just too far out. I don't know. Let's see. Where are they at now? By 90 them. Ah, no, they're not too far out. Thanks, Clyde. That's very nice of you. Still wandering around doing those things. Phone doesn't let me see corner. Yeah, no problem. I appreciate it, you guys. It's very kind. Truly. Let's go ahead and get a flyby on these. Not Quantanium. we're cruising along pretty quick. All right, 3,400 on those. All right. And this is the one thing that you could tell it's unscannable again. It's a little bit of a pain in the backside when they're like this. This is where it... Let's do this, because I'm curious. So I'm going to approach these rocks. I'm going to, it's just the 2 here. First of all, I'm going to get a visual on them as we approach to see if they are Quantanium. I don't see any orange in them yet. I'm still looking. Yeah, these are Quantanium rocks. So I'm gonna, Astro, I'm just going to approach these, and then let me see if they're scannable at all for you. Like if it's different for you than me.
Okay.
If they're scannable for you, I'm just gonna approach this first one.
The one on the left is almost 3% Quantanium.
Okay.
The one on the right.
I can get a little closer.
2.5%. Yeah.
Okay, so this is interesting to me. Yeah, now I definitely see that they're scanned. They did not seem to be scannable to me. So if I run across them again, we'll have to have you look at them. That's cool. All right, that's really cool. So we'll just kind of go ahead and rinse and repeat again. So we got some opportunity markers. That's 6,000. That's going to be 3 pieces of salvage. That is 3,400. Another 2-pack. And these are M types. Okay, the actual type came out on that one. 10,200 is a bunch of rocks. Ah, here's a Q-type cluster of five or 6 rocks. So let's approach this guy. Here we go. This is what you're looking for in a mole. Opportunity markers. Exactly right, you guys. This is a nice pack of rocks up here that I'm approaching. I'm approaching slowly because the mole doesn't stop on a dime. All right, they're all below, which is good. I'm gonna try and approach them in a way where you can. All right, there's 6 opportunities for us. Can you see all 6 of them?
Yeah. The turret's just a little finicky.
Just trying to get them in a way where now I know I need to probably be a little closer for you, but I'm just kind of.
I think that's probably fine.
Cool. Are you getting results?
Yeah, on this second to the left one, I got 10% Quantanium.
Okay.
Can you tilt up just a little
I
bit?
sure can.
Yeah, the range on these turrets is like not as much as you'd think.
It's not. That you normally have to be within 175 to get them.
That left one is 2%. This one right in front of us is 46%.
Ooh,
at
nice.
5122.
All right, that's a max. Yeah, that's a good rock. Maybe if there's one more in here that's got something, we'll have a good mole run, actually. I'll have you scan all 6 of them, and then I'll kind of look at them individually. And let me know if I can move left, right, up, down, whatever you need me to do, sir.
Okay. That second to the right one didn't want to scan.
Second to the right one, let me.
And the one on the far right was at 2%.
All right. So
the one behind the one that we're in the front of, or that's right in front of us. There's like one behind it?
yeah. And they're a little bit too far away, I think, is what the problem is. So let me just kind of scooch around here. I'll get a little more altitude. And you should be able to scan those now. And I know that one is on our 9 o'clock.
Okay, that one right in front of us is 2%. So yeah, it looks like just this one is worth it.
All right. Well, yeah, there's a 2. What is this guy? That guy is 2. This guy is 2. This guy is the 46er. Okay. What about this one up here? That's a 2. And that one there is a 10. Well, we're not going to mess with 10. So it's a 2. All right. So I'm going to get the sun out of our eyes just a touch. We're going to orientate to this guy. So I'm going to be moving in here. I'm going to try and get you within about 60 or so. Let me know when you're in optimal.
I'm at optimal. It's at 72 meters. We're probably good right here.
Okay. I will head down to the let the molding begin. Exactly. Nicely done, Del. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and we'll go ahead and get working on this guy. What on earth? Where's the... There it is. I'll just 0%. You can go ahead and take her right up there. Well, I mean, I'll help you build up into it, but then I'll drop back off. This is going to be real easy with a couple of nice lancets on here. Also, I don't know if you know this, but you can hit Shift, and it will move you closer to your UI. It makes it much easier. Good break here, for sure. Yeah, it's easy peasy, you guys. This is a nice rock, by the way. A 5146. There's over 40 SCU. I mean, 45, 459 at 2, so 18 at 4. And another, yeah, so, you know, pretty darn good rock. That's going to be 100%er probably. Yeah, this is a hundo right here. Almost half this rock is Quantanium, so yeah, this is definitely between 40 and 50 SCU, so it's nothing to sneeze at. Now, one thing I've noticed here, and I'm at 0%.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, turn it off for a second. Is these secondary brakes, let's let it fall out and decay. It's a weird thing that's going on with these. It's a super tiny amount of energy. Look at, I mean, I'm at 0%. And look at...
Yeah, I think we both were.
At 4%, it's like, yeah, let's both 0% it for a second. You 0% it. And look at, it's gaining energy when with both of us at 0. So go ahead and I'll just kind of turn my laser off and turn it on. Turn my laser off, then turn it on. It's kind of a weird thing to have to do because we're both 0%ing, but there is this weird thing that's happening, like with the, you know. Oh, come on. All right, good break. Cool. All right, what do we got next here? What's this guy over here? Oh, yeah, it's nothing. Oh, another pretty good one here. We can break them individually as well with these. We got Brants and all that. Have not used my mole in ages. Prefer, yeah, this is fun. I'm enjoying it for sure. Prefer the prospect and occasional space walk. And there's nothing wrong with that, for sure. I'm at 0%.
Yeah, me too.
It's weird. You know, you can break a Hadanite with the Prospector by doing this method where you kind of turn it on and off. Like at 0%. It's kind of the same kind of, it's like a weird thing to have to do. Nice to hear they are working on fixing the weather glass engine. Yes, that is nice to hear. I agree with that 100%. All right, let's see what we have here. Back here, we have... That's got nothing in it. All right, what about this big boy? That's got nothing in it. Purple, purple. This guy's got nothing in it. So there's got to be another.
There's one that's like just above where I can reach.
Okay, so I can barely reach that one. I can break it.
Yeah, that one.
And then I will probably have to go a little higher so we can finish scooping it. So what we'll do is I'll break this one. I think it's the last one that needs to be broke. And then we'll scoop together, and then when we're almost done scooping, I'll run up to the pilot's seat and then lift up above and let you scoop these last 3 before we head in. Or whatever this breaks into. Cool. I'm setting docked at L1. Gonna nice. That is awesome. Do you need to send me a friend invite? Go ahead and do it for sure, Red. Don't mean to do that. I don't think I can't scoop all of these. There's one I'm not going to be able to reach. I think we're ready to scoop, though, if I'm not mistaken. I don't see any more. We certainly could get all of our scans in if we want.
Yeah, there's lots of good chunks here.
Yep. For sure.
Okay, I'm gonna start extracting.
Yeah, let's go ahead and start extracting. Give me just a sec, Red, for sure. Hey, Drac, how are you today? Yeah, we'll go ahead and pull as much of this in as we can. This is another hundo here. Good SCU in this one. These ones here. Fair to the Midland? Nice, Track. For sure. I know what you mean by that. Alright, there's this guy here. That's north of 40 SCU. I think there is this other guy that's 100%er that's up above, and I'll head up and let you guys let you get that one.
Okay.
And I will, Red, I'll go ahead and do that here in just a sec. Yes, boom. Now, can you send Setra_R, so SETRA_R, a party invite, Astro?
Is he on the server?
Yes, SETRA_R.
I don't see him on the server list.
You should be able to get that purple now, too. Can you pass the leadership to me? Of the party? Yeah,
there we go.
Yeah, cool. Let me hear. You can scoop that one. You should be able to see it now. There's a party invite for you, Ren. Let me know when you got it. All right, we out of here?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to kind of back away a little bit. Cool. Let me clear and reset my clear and set route because it's not seeing it. There we go. Hey, Dave, nice to see you. I see you there, Red. We're on our way to Arc L1 right now. We're bringing in a Yep. And then we'll get the Discord straightened out in just a sec.
Quantum travel engaged. Landing gear up.
Let me see if I don't know. Is there a way to invite another person to a... Let me see if I can do that. Discord. Also. Invite people. So Astro, I just invited you to the Explorers League channel.
Okay.
Will you join down there, and then that way we can jump into a chat with Red?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. I see you there. I think so, anyways. When you get in there, if you just click the rocket or whatever, I think in that welcome area.
I've only got the landing pad.
Oh,
Chat.
okay. Hold on. I see you there. Let me give you some rules. I'll make you. There you go. Now you should be able to see just league chat.
Yeah.
See if you can go down there. Hey Red, we're in league chat here with all right, so we got a little bit of a cool down to wait here. Oh, here I am. Get back in here. So yeah, if you know, we just jumped in league chat on the Explorers League channel there. Hey, there he is. How you doing, man?
Hello.
Hey.
Hey.
How you been?
Been alright, how are you?
Good. It's nice to see you.
Yeah, nice to see you too. Alright, I gotta pause. Or mute stream.
No problem. What, Andreas? No, it can't be. Well, the thing is, we've been more of a community, Andreas, than kind of So no, if you're in here, look me up later. I'll fix that.
Oh my goodness.
I'm sorry.
It's
It's not that exclusive of a club, I promise you. It's it definitely is more. We've been actually, we're kind of more of a community than an active org right now. Just like, a bunch of friends and that type of thing. And like I haven't had a lot of time to lead lots of stuff, so that's why we've been kind of a little quieter on that front. But I'll fix that, Andreas, for sure. Thank you for saying something. That's funny. Andreas is like, I've been pending since November 7th. Oh no. Whoops. All right, we're bringing in here. We haven't heard first alarm yet. I got the gear. I've got the VTOL out. We're coming in at about 2.5 or so. How much SCU did we end up with, Astro?
I think it was like 56.
Cool. So one thing you got to remember, and you may not know this, is you cannot be in a seat when I land. You'll want to get out of the mining seat because it hangs lower than the gear.
Okay, yeah, I'm just in the mess area.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure. You probably knew that, but
And please visit
I
again.
just thought I'd mention it. Why did I do that? Turn up. Close.
Landing gear up.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
Landing gear down.
Oh no, while it's truly exclusive, only the best rock hunger. It's not exclusive, Drac, at all. Now, Andreas is a cool dude. I should have fixed that a long time ago. I'm so sorry. Well, there's first alarm, but we're in really good shape. I know. I'm most dodging org invitations from pirate orgs. No, Andreas, like I said, I'm gonna track you down after the stream, and we'll get that figured out. We'll make it right. All right, we're just kind of bringing her in here, nice and easy. First alarm just went off a sec ago, so we're in really good shape. Now the real issue is are we going to get an elevator? But Cetra's here, so maybe we can have him help us with that if we don't.
Landing complete. Launch complete.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
Are we on? We are barely on. All right, we'll take it. All right, here we go. No, it's not letting us. Which scares me just a touch. I'm going to move forward just a touch.
Landing complete.
All right, does it recognize us now? It still probably does, though.
Engines off.
What's your personal record solo mining? As far as like how many SEU have I gotten solo before? I think it's around 60. I don't remember the exact amount, but I remember it was like either 59 or 60. That's definitely my solo mole record, which was a pretty good run. I remember. There's two big rocks right next to each other. Turned into a 20-minute rescue op. He got stuck under his prospector. All right, I did get a. Cool, nicely done.
Just made it.
You did. All right, we'll store this guy. Go put this away. And 85 SCU. Holy smokes!
Welcome to the ASOC field
Live.
control system.
That's fire, man. All right, cool. Let's go. Here, I'll go down and store this, and then we'll go hit. You guys feel like hitting Lyria for one mole run?
Yeah.
Sure.
Cool. Maybe we'll find like something real, like a nice big rock. What's cool is I, probably will be able to, if we can, get a decent run on here. I mean, heck, we've almost probably put 1 million aUEC in on stream. Because we're already at 500,000. Now we got this 50 some SCU to put in there. Alright, begin. Mole, set up work order. Do this guy right here, get the quote. Confirm, nice. Where did that thing was? Okay, there's nothing in there. This is showing like another weird prospector. Cool. All right, let me see here as far as drinks go. Where are we at there? I'm at 100. Anybody need something to drink? I have to learn.
No, I think I'm okay.
Cool. All right, I'm going to pull the prospector back, or the mole back out. We'll load up. We'll head over to Lyria and see what we can find. See if we can get ourselves in any trouble. You gonna take that? No, Drac. I don't. I probably should take all that stuff, but I don't.
Welcome to the ASOC vehicle retrieval system.
All right.
Vehicle selected. Stand by.
Got the
Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
Really?
Please visit your vehicle has been
Hangar
delivered to the
1.
following
Nice. This is cool looking armor, Red, for sure.
Thank you. It's been a while since I've worn this helmet.
Yeah, that helmet is sweet. Money, money, money. Yeah, that's exactly right. It's hilarious if you call for pickup. Patch coming anyway, yes. Alright, we'll take our time here. Very cool. I'll let you know when we're off the pad here, and let's keep climbing into those. Oh yeah, I've got to turn on the mining lasers and eject the cargo here.
Systems activating. Systems on.
And let's see if it'll let me. Oh, no refuel or repair option on the old mole. That's okay. We got plenty still.
You are clear to launch.
Alright, we'll head over to Lyria. Bang. I'd like to have a Quant Rock camo downside that you're forever stuck in this. Yeah. Alright. VTOLs are down. That's good.
Launch complete.
Up we go. Drop the gear. Out we go. Alright, we're out of the hangar.
Landing gear up.
I wish they had more skins for the mole.
You know, I do have. There are some. You know, there are like the Aphorite and the Dolovine, and those skins
Thank you.
are available. Did you know about those, Astro?
Yeah, but like I remember the Talus and the Carbon mole. Those are really
Oh,
cool
yeah.
too.
I really want a Carbon or a Talus. I do. I know exactly what you mean. I don't even know how the people. I don't know exactly how they got them originally.
I think they were part of the original sale when they
Oh.
first launched.
Yeah, I definitely would love to have the Carbon one for sure. I can tell you the glitch only downside is you're forever stuck in a sink. That's so funny. All right, so very successful today so far. We got 2 prospector runs, one in the Halo, one in Lyria. You know, very, very efficient at locating Quantanium. And then one very, you know, I would call it a semi-good run of, in the mole. We ran out to the Halo, found a nice 46%er, and pulled that guy on board. So we've had very good run today so far. We're going to head over here one time to Lyria and see if we can't find some real big, you know, something with a few rocks in it that's going to be worth mining. So the cool thing is with RS signature value, it is not difficult to locate, you know, Quantanium clusters on Lyria.
Quantum travel complete.
That actually makes it really kind of a simple thing to do. And, you know, that being said, that doesn't necessarily mean you're always going to find something that you want to mine, but we're hoping that a little bit of a cool down here. this stock drive on the mole is loves its 30-second cooldown. There we go. So yeah. Brad, have you been playing too much 3.17.5 at all?
Yeah, I've been hanging around there.
Nice.
Been doing a little bit of mining too.
Nice.
Yep. Yeah, I linked up with a newer player, and they were saving up for a prospector, and I was there for their first run.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
It's always a good time.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we'll take this Shubin. We'll hit this SPAL9. And in we go.
Quantum travel engaged.
Clive says Aphrodite, etc. is subscriber only, so no mole paint jobs available on the RSI store, and carbon and talus molds are not available for sale. They're not, Clive, for sure. I would have figured out. I probably would have worked my way to figure out one of the talus or carbon molds if I could have, you know. And I hate to part ways with, you know, with real cash over a skin, but I do like those things.
The Aphrodite Dolomine, etc. I think you can still gift it to people that are not subscribers, right?
You can.
You're not a subscriber, I
Yep.
think. Yeah.
And I know Azai actually gifted me the Aphrodite paint, which was very kind of him. All right. Here we go. Starting to first look at our signature value. That's 1,700. We know that's a single rock. So we're just going to cruise along here till we find something worth mining. That is going to be gems at 1860. That's going to be 3 gems. 620 times 3. Single gem is a 620 our signature value, so 1240 is 2, 1860 is 3, etc. I'm going to pull my VTOLs down. We're going to be sending out a lot of pings here. 1,700.
75%.
Yeah, it's that 1860 there. 1,700 there. Okay, the Phantom Pilot glitch, if you want to do some funny shenanigans. Any ship you can sit and hold F and click the pilot seat will allow you to use the pilot functions without them knowing. Oh! Oh no, I never knew that. I got gifted Aphrodite paint job. Clive. You know what? Yeah, the Aphrodite paint job's that's a cool one for the mole for sure. 1240 is going to be gems. $1860 is going to be gems. All right, what do we have here? 1,700 single rock. 620 single gem. 1,700 single rock. Boy, lots of gems here. Alright. Oh, here at 8,000. 17 hundo. 17 hundo. 1,700 there. Let's just look at these real quick. 1,700 and 1,700. Okay, those are singles. Keep on moving. $17, lots of single rocks. $12.40's 2 gems. $17. 100. 1,700. What's this guy over here? $1,700. Hopefully SIG puts mole paint jobs on the stores. Yeah, they will eventually. I'm sure they will, you guys. I mean, I would be really surprised if they didn't. 1,700. What's that one? 1,700. 1,240. 3,400. There's 2 there. Let's go. Yeah, it might be 2 right there. Next to each other. We'll cruise over there and see if there's anything worth mining. Could always be a big boy. Over that way. Now, these might not actually be Quantanium. They just may be lined up in a way that... Look. Yeah, they're not. Just was an interesting line. Well, shoot. Alright, no problem. There's a 90 scan. That's going to be a 1700. There's going to be some gems right out in front of us. $620 is going to be a single gem. Hey, Claudio, nice, welcome to the channel. How are you doing? No, this is not a console game. This is a PC game. Welcome to the channel, by the way. This is called Star Citizen. It's not, it's definitely not a console game right now. Hey, Geesley, how you doing? It's nice to see you. How you been, by the way? Awesome. All right, what do we have here? 1700, 1700. Those are single rocks. We're just going to kind of avoid those with the mole. I'll pivot this guy. That's 1700 there, I believe. Yep. Hello, beautiful people, says Claudio. Nicely done, Claudio. That's an entrance. I like it. I want to say add purchasable cosmetics for lasers, ballistic tracers, engine glow. Oh, that would be cool. All that stuff like engine glow and little things like that you can kind of, you know, or just be able to modify your stuff to do it. That'd be really cool. All right, we got, oh, that's definitely not going to be doublers, so. It just happened to be in the scan there. 1700 there, 1700 there. Yep. Consoles would explode with this game. They definitely would, you know, would have their struggles. Although, things could be optimized and it'd be fine. Been good. Checking in the current mining meta. Well, geez, today's been a really good day. You know, if you go back and check the stream out, like Prospector did a full unicorn run in the Halo, then Prospector on Lyria did fine. Then we went and grabbed the mole. We did fine in the Halo, and now we're over here on, looking for kind of the one. I'd really like to find a nice cluster here. I'd like the QT effect to be dependent on the QT drive installed on the ship. That's a cool thing too, Nate. I agree with that. Nothing wrong with it. By the way, 29 likes, you guys, and some new names and faces on the channel. If you're new to the channel here, go ahead and like and sub. Come hang out with us. Let's chat Star Citizen anytime you guys want. And lots of such a good community here that can answer any of your questions about anything Star Citizen related. So please do, like and sub and hang out. All right, you guys, we're just kind of looking for something here. And it's a 1700. Yep. Single rock. Good day. It is a good day. I haven't exploded. You're exactly right. Right, that's going to be gems at that distance. Yep. 1860s 3 gems. This is going to be 1700. This is going to be weird. That must be gems. 3100 must be a factor of 620. I would think. I'm going to go look at this. That's a weird signature value. I don't know that I've ever seen a 3100.
Yeah, I think it's 5.
Did I say 5100? Oh, it is a. Oh, it's 5. Okay. 5 times 620. Gotcha. I just, it's just, that's a sig value I hadn't seen a whole bunch before. Good math, Astro. Quick and efficient. 1,700. Yeah, no. Let's get it to 35 likes, guys. Thanks, Grift. I appreciate that. 1,700. 1,700. A lot of single rocks over here. Where are we at here? 1860s 3 gems. What's that guy? There's 1,700. Alright. Keep it moving here. Not even a lot of doublers here so far. Which are usually pretty easy to locate. 1,700. 1,700. $1,700. 3,400. I think they're too far apart again, but we'll see. Maybe not. Maybe we're close enough to them where... Yeah, that is not Quantanium. They're just... It's weird. We've had a lot of the false positive 3,400s where it's... they're just spread out far enough where you get them in the initial scan and you think they're... Alright, does that say 1,700? Alright. 1,700. Alright, single rock. Oh, that's probably a ton of gems. It is. Like 55 something on gems. That is a lot of gems down there. Like a boatload. Is there a timeline for mole improvements? You know, Doe, they've talked about this mole rework, right? Where they're going to make the mole like equivalent to 4 prospector type things. But there's no time. Hey, Jonathan, welcome. How you been today? Happy Saturday to you. Hope you're doing well. Nice to see you, man. All right, what do we got here? Single rocks. Kind of cruising along here. Not really finding them that fast. Alright, 1240s gems. Single rock. Single rock. I can't believe we haven't found any doublers yet at all. That's crazy. Usually it's a pretty quick to find them. Lots of singles. 1,700 there. What about this guy? – Lots of opportunity markers. 1240. 1700. 1700. It's going to be gems, I think. Yeah, 1700. $1,700. Wow. 1,700 lots and lots of single rocks. Cruising along here, looking for anything that is going to be more than a single rock. What do we have here? 1240. Ah, 3,400. And that, let's see here. See if they're going to be close enough to be actual Quantanium. I think this time it's probably going to be... I'll get in closer. You guys can get a scan on them and see if any of them are worth it here. Am I close enough? May need to pitch the nose up. Sounds like you guys are in a boat at 5 a.m. fishing. Very quiet, patient. Yeah, well, you got to be. It definitely takes a little while.
68 at 32 on the right side.
Ooh,
the other one's drunk.
68 at 32. Let's think about that. 320 at 7. So 3 times 7 is 2,100. That's about 40 some SCU. We can do that one if you guys want, or we can keep looking. What's your vote?
I'm down for whatever.
Astro?
Muted?
Oh,
He's there. I can hear him moving his mining laser.
Astro, do you hear us? Oh, am I muted?
No, I think he's muted.
Oh, okay. Astro, did you mute yourself by chance?
If you want to go for it, just put your laser on it. Okay.
All right. So which one is it? Left or right?
The right side.
Okay. One on the right side.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, my mic is like weird or something. Maybe I need to get a new one.
No worries, man. Did you want to do this rock, or did you want to keep looking?
Let's keep looking.
All right. I like where your head's at. That's fine. I don't want to bore you guys to tears. I know it took a little while to find the first. No problem, though. All right. So we'll keep on looking. That's awesome. I like the idea. All right. That's going to be 1,700, right? Yep.
I could teleport and grab a big fast ship and try to help find stuff.
If it you know, and we can always do a mini jump too if it comes to it as well. So all is not lost. It has been a touch slower than I expected, but that's okay. 1,700. 17. 2480. That's got to be a factor of 620.
Yeah.
All right. 3,400 right there. I don't think those are going to be quant because it's so weird. It's happened like 3 or 4 times where like the 2 rocks are definitely within, you know, that set it off as a 3,400, but when you get up close to them, they're too far away from each other.
I've had that happen once to me, and I find it funny that we've had it happen 3 or 4 times.
Yeah,
now.
it's weird. Like usually have it happen once a run, but it has been like 3 or 4 times in this particular, you know, in this short period of time. Because yeah, those are definitely not, you know, they're far away from each other.
Yeah, they just lined up.
1,700 there. 1,700 there. What is this guy over here? 1,700. This is, you know, I hear what you're saying, Griff, for sure. I left a bad broken 49.27 the other day and found a few minutes later a 51.42. Yes, that's the luck we're hoping to have ourselves right there. 1,700. 17. Single rock there. It's gems.
Attention. The
1,700.
Navy and civilian defense force have successfully defended Stanton from xenothreat.
Nice.
Travel throughout the system is now safe, but please remain vigilant of any remaining hostiles.
17. 17. 17. Wow. Single rocks like crazy. 17. Wait a second, V. You have a podcast on Spotify? Yeah, Zell and I were doing a podcast for a little while, for sure. I ended up just not being able to have the time, but we did. We do have a podcast on Spotify, and it ran for a lot of this year. You know, 55.80. That's about a bunch of gems. It was very enjoyable to do as well. I personally just did not have the time to keep it up. Zell was very gracious with his time, and you know, eventually I had to kind of just let it go for now. Something I hope to do again in the future. Ooh, could be a lot of. Here's a nice cluster over here, you guys. This is going to be, I think, 7 rocks, maybe. We'll see here. We're approaching a very nice cluster. Right here. Yeah, it's, you know, Grift, it's no big deal. I mean, it was definitely, I mean, I'm sure if I were to twist Zell's arm, we could do it again at any time. It was a very, very fun thing to do. I really enjoyed it. It was one of those things where like I said, I just didn't have the time, having some new life responsibilities. What's that?
Bring the nose up, please.
Oh, nose up. Sorry about that.
Thank you.
I should know better. Hey, sir. How are you? Nice to see you today. If I'm not close enough, or you can forward back, whatever you guys need me to do.
I'm out of range for the last 2 on the right, but I'll scan the other ones for the moment. Ooh, okay. I can't read the number.
I got 33 at 6%.
I got 52 at 33.
And if you hit shift, just so you know, Red, it will move you up and it'll change the UI. So you're closer.
I remembered as I got closer to my screen to try to read that.
23 at 9.
Another day, LOL. Yeah, no.
Well, 38 at 40.
Ooh. All right.
This guy. Oh, we got that one already. The one below us. Nope. So these middle two. Let me read back. Oh, wipe my screen. No, wrong button. That's 52 at 33, and then the other one was 38 at 40.
All right, so that's cool. So let me just kind of figure out which ones these are real quick.
Right here.
All right, so it's this guy here. That
And
is
one-
your 33%er.
Mm-hmm. And then up and to slightly to the left.
And this guy here is the 40%er. 40, yeah, cool. All right, cool. All right, let me just kind of do this. And orientate myself this way. Kind of. How are we doing as far as orientation goes?
Give me another 10 meters forward. A little more. A little more.
Joe, thank you very much. That's very kind of you, sir. Now, that one that the laser's on, that's not one of them, right?
Oh yeah, I was just trying to crack it while you were getting in position.
Yeah, no worries. So we should be in good range here, right?
I'm in optimal.
Okay.
Yeah, on this one, yeah.
All right.
What? At least there's freaking out.
Joe, that's so kind of you. Thank you very much. I truly appreciate that. It's very kind. Oh, what am I doing? Where's the... Gotta take some trash to the dump. I'll be back in about 30 minutes. No problem, Grift. Stream is over. I'll catch you in the next one. Yeah, we're definitely gonna do these couple rocks. Oh, now you got to be careful with the 0%.
I'm at 0.
I'm at 0 too. But it's weird how 0% still kind of put energy into it, so you got to just turn it off every so often. Yeah, that is awesome, Doe. Thank you so much. That's so kind of you. Alright. Yeah, it's on the secondary brakes, you guys, one thing I've noticed is it's incredibly, a low amount of power. It's different than it used to be, so you have to be kind of careful. Sometimes it's just turn on the laser on, turn it off, turn the laser on, turn it off is how you... That's the best way to feather it through. All right, that's 100%er, I think, right there, close. No, 70, some right in front. This one that's sliding off to the side is going to have nothing. It's nothing. It's going to have some. 63. Now remember, we're not going to scoop. We're going to break down these three into purples, and then we'll head over and do the other one right in front of us. So there's a single rock.
Go for the 40%.
I'll 0% it. I'll break this one wide. Isn't it crazy how we have to feather the laser off? Like
It's a little ridiculous.
It's weird. I mean, it's totally strange.
It's such a low power, it's almost as if we can get like 5 people with pan miners and break them ourselves.
You do wonder that. I agree. Alright. There's a 76%er in front of us here.
Ooh, 99.9.
Are you finding another one?
No, I'm taking inventory of the purples just to see what we got.
Gotcha.
Oh, there's a yellow down there we haven't inventoried.
Oh, it's is it broke away? Probably exposed one more, eh?
Yeah, it's 8.9.
Oh, it's 8%. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mess with it. Definitely, yeah, you definitely gotta have a little touch, you know, with that for sure, because it's different. All right, cool. I'm gonna go. I think you guys can keep looking here, but I think we're ready to move to the rock in front of us.
Yeah.
And we'll go ahead and knock that guy out. Sometimes things can get a little funny here, so hang tight. Ah, we're good. All right, I'm going to move forward. Keep me in the loop.
About 30 meters.
It's in a sea of other rocks, so I can't see the number.
Okay, I'm optimal.
All right.
Yeah, we're good.
Astra? Okay.
Awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you so much. For sure. I keep doing that. $32 likes too, you guys. This is awesome. You guys are doing great today. So much appreciate it. These glitches suggest you are in a simulation. You're not wrong, Emma. That's so funny. All right. Very cool. Good break. Okay, it's got nothing. Upper. Top one. Just having really nothing in them. There's one that's down there at the bottom that's 100%er. I could, let me see if I can get an angle on that guy and crack it. It's 0%, it's climbing.
My scanning's broken. I'm gonna reset my seat.
Okay.
Yeah, mine's not working either.
Maybe it's 0% and it's climbing in there. It's crazy.
Yeah, that helped getting in and out of the seat.
Yeah, here we go.
Nice.
Got an 82 buried under there.
I'm breaking this hundo slowly. With a 0% laser.
Oh, I see the Hundo now. I'm gonna go for the 63 to the left. Oh, you're going for it, okay. Go for the 80.
Alright, I did break that hundo. Rest of them, I'm a touch too high. So I'll just go back up to my seat and let you guys finish these off. And then we'll scoop, and then I'll pivot on the rocks, and we'll go up to the next pile and scoop, pivot on those, and see what we can drag in here. Cool.
No, all this 0% feathering, it almost seems like it's a bit more worth it to be out of optimal, so it can build up slower.
You know what? That's a good point, and something that I'll definitely mess around with, I think. That's a very good point. Show the third person view a bit. Sure, I'm happy to do that. No problem.
Alright, a Hundo there. But we're cracked, I'm just taking inventory.
No problem. How's that, Doe? That's a nice screenshot. So yeah, whenever you guys are ready to scoop, unless there's anything else to break.
I'm ready to go.
All right, let her rip.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll let you guys scoop, and then I'll pull forward and do a 180, and then we'll just kind of look at it from the other angle, and then we'll pull up to the next pile and let you grab those, and then do another 180 real quick and just pivot on it one time.
Oh, that was a goof.
Oh, we were never gonna have a 96 SU uni anyways. No worries, man. I don't think there was enough here.
Yeah. I didn't inventory all of them, so I was just gonna do the suck and find out technique.
Yes. Well, that's what I do too, yeah. Let me know when you want me to forward in 180, and I will do it. Yeah, Joe says, yeah, that's an awesome shot.
That's a 7. I think we're actually clear.
All right.
Oh, actually, no, do the 180. We got some purples behind us.
Okay. All right. Kind of giving you guys a...
Yeah, that one's a good one. I think that left one of the left ones. Yeah. I think that's it.
All right, next pile.
Yeah.
Move.
All right, moving forward. Let me know if I need to continue to move forward or if we're in good shape.
More forward.
Forward. How are we feeling about this?
We can move closer so we can be like above it.
Okay.
Halt.
Okay. Very nice. Ah, Andre says the mole should have a quant dampener that gives you a little bit longer time limit. I like that idea. I agree with that, Andreas, for sure.
Yeah, if all the machinery in here, they should have something fancy like that.
Yeah, or maybe it just the timer wouldn't start till you hit quantum or something.
Yeah.
Something
16%
to differentiate the mole would be great.
Yeah.
I can move forward in 180 on this when we're ready.
Yeah, 180.
180 coming. Okay.
Oh, yeah, there was one hiding.
Yeah, there almost always
Is that
is.
a junkie? A junker. I can't scan it. No, that's Junkerino.
Did we get them all?
I don't know. You see anything, Astro?
No.
Alright. Looks like we're clear.
Yeah, we're good.
We're ready to head back?
Yep.
What did we do in SCU there?
49.
Hey, not bad. We'll take it.
A little bit over half.
What the heck? Alright, let me clear and set. Alright, here we go. We're off to ARC-L1.
Quantum travel engaged.
Oh, I probably shouldn't know. Ah, I should have asked if there's a co-pilot bug in this ship.
Oh, is there?
I don't know. I should have asked before I sat down. Well,
Oh.
I'm about to find out.
Yeah, I mean, this is the first I've had the mole out in 318, so I don't honestly know.
We're okay so far. That worked. But like the Hammerhead, it's either you get a good ship that doesn't do it, or you get one that does.
Yeah, no, that's... It's not funny what it is.
Well, at least it's a co-pilot seat, though.
Yeah.
It's worse when you're stuck in the pilot seat.
But yeah, it really does speak a lot about how much we do love this game, that we, you know, just warts and all, you know. You know, we just muscle through. At least for me, man. I dig. I know there's something.
Yep. The MSR's got a current bug. I haven't tried it in 18 yet. Oh, hey. How's it going, Wick?
Hey, how you doing, brother?
You know, hanging around.
Nice.
Oh,
You're on stream, by the way, just so you know.
how nice.
Say hi to everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Everybody say hi to Wick. So no, we're doing a little. So we did some prospector and some mole mining on stream today. It's been great.
Nice. Is this in the PT or in the PU?
PTU.
2.
I'm sure you guys know this, but you probably want to be out of the seats now.
Back to what I was saying. The MSR in 17.5, the pilot seat's bugged, so you just kind of teleport out the canopy. But I kind of see that as a plus because I ran like the small like quant cell, and it's a little bit faster than to go through the glass than to go through 5 doors.
That's awesome.
Just another thing where we could just kind of live with the bugs.
It's a feature.
Yep.
That's awesome.
When a bug becomes a feature,
Mm-hmm.
you love to see it.
Everyone's been asking, hey, where's the emergency hatch for the MSR for the pilots? But there it is.
There you go.
Yeah, you asked for it.
Yep.
We have not heard first alarm yet.
Please visit again.
Call for landing.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
All right.
Yeah, it's kind of making me want to get on my Gladius and get out there.
We have had a really good. I've had a good time today, and really, I want to say, just while everybody's listening, this is the most stable I've seen 318. I mean, today, being able to locate Quantanium fairly, on a what I would consider kind of regular, had a really good couple prospector runs and a couple of good mole runs. I mean, can't really, it's certainly in about the best place I've seen it. So, hopefully, it will, kind of continue to be as what it is now. And of course, salvage is seems to be in pretty good shape. I've had nothing but good luck with that. Just heard first alarm for the first time as we're coming in here. Bringing her in nice and easy.
It's the first time I've noticed. I don't know when they added it, but there's, instead of having 2 states of F4 third-person view, there's 3 states now. And even though I'm not sitting in a seat, I can still see the exterior of the ship.
Weird.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so just by looking at 318, the stream's lots of progress. Yeah, I think so. I think we're, if things continue at the clip that we're at, I think we may have an open PTU by next week. I mean, this is as smooth as I've seen it, for sure, Hama.
You also have to think that they got Xenothreat going on right now.
Yeah.
So that always brings in quite a bit of people. So the server should be pretty active.
All right, with the lobby. Yeah, that armor's a win, man, for sure. I love that stuff. Holy crap.
Thank you.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
All right, we're going to store the old mole. She stored nice. All right, clean. Go down there and throw this guy in the hopper. Good stuff. James Leather. Hey, has anyone else had any issues with their vulture? I can't seem to salvage. I I can't seem to get the salvage to lock in place. So what you're saying, James, is your cargo grid, like when you're trying to do the snap 2 on the purples, isn't working? Is that what you're saying, James? Just want to make sure I understand. By the way, nice to see you. How you doing? All right, we'll set up this work order here. Good Quantanium in there. Casey Hubbard says, nicely done. Thank you, Casey. All right, let's talk some numbers, you guys, because we did pretty well today.
Good.
Let's talk about, I just want to, let's pull out the calc here. And so James, just so you know, yes, occasionally the cargo grids kind of get busted on the Vulture where either one or several of the things won't, the cargo grid just stops working. So I've seen where claims sometimes fix that. Sometimes it doesn't. It's just, I'm sure it's something that they're going to work out, but you're not the only one who's experiencing it. I've had it happen a couple times on the Vulture as well. So we have a 2112 plus 4018 plus 4728 plus 3040. So that's 13,898 units of, so 13,989 times 88, 1.2 million worth of Quantanium in the hopper since the stream started.
Nice.
So really,
nice.
Yeah, really, that's pretty solid considering it's about 4 hours of work. And so yeah, nothing to complain about. One thing I will say, you guys, is I'm kind of out of time. I got a couple of kind of honeydews I got to get done. So this is that time of the stream where I kind of do this kind of thing, which is, first of all, Astro, thank you for volunteering. Brad, thank you for coming out and hanging. I super loved having some time today. So thank you both.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Second of all, Andreas, I am going to straighten out your invite to Explorers League. It's not an exclusive group. I'm not sure how we missed you, but I'll take care of that right after the stream here. But thank you all. I really enjoyed this. I think Quantanium mining seems to be in a pretty good place. For me, salvage is in a pretty good place as well. So industrially speaking, I think we're not doing too shabby. So Fox says, I'm back. You're logging out. Yeah, I got to call it, Fox. I definitely have some other things to do today. But thank you all. I appreciate it. It was a great day. Doe, thank you for the membership subs. That was very kind of you. Please take care of yourself, everybody. And I will see you all around the verse.